Hello and welcome. Kerry here from Healing Humanity. It's going to take a while to get used to saying that now. I'm used to saying from the Carnivore Diet movie. We have the official name out. Along with a bunch of my carnivore friends here, we got Adam, JT, Todd, Christy, Ashley from the Carnivore Brothers, and the legend herself, legendary Lindy. How you guys doing?
Doing great, thanks.
Awesome.
I think JT's figuring out his mic.
Going great.
I just muted him because he got it working. Sorry. You good, JT?
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little loud, but it's all right.
I can turn it down. Is it still loud?
That's pretty good.
Is it still loud?
Perfect.
That's better.
Thanks. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Yeah, what's going on? Thank you everyone for joining. I don't have much of a plan other than I just wanted to talk carnivore, talk to some carnivores I haven't talked to in a while, like Christy, see what's going on with everybody. So I guess, wow, there's a lot of people jumping on already. This is awesome. If you guys have questions for me, hey, Robin Heron, Carnivorous Grandma, I emailed you too. I don't know if you're available. I know you were on a live stream earlier, I think, when I emailed you, but check your email if you want to hop in too. Would love to have you join us. I think we have, I got to be careful. I think we have two more spots, and then it's going to be filled up. So yeah, I guess we'll go over maybe some news quick, and then if you guys have any questions for any of us here, please post them. It's always more fun when we get some conversations going. Someone said, "How is Bill doing?" Bill is doing well. He hits 100 days. I was just talking to him. He hits 100 days tomorrow, which is just incredible. I can't believe it's been 100 days already. I'm so happy for him. He's doing pretty good, but he's got his big update tomorrow. And as everyone probably knows, he was having some issues with some numbness and things like that in his legs. He was going to go in at the end of the week yesterday, and I guess he's decided not to quite go in yet. So Jen said she's going to fly out there and personally make sure he goes in if he is bullheaded and decides not to go in. So he'll probably jump on here in a little while. I think he's sick of me asking him, like, did you go in yet? Are you going in yet? You should go in. You should really go in. Better safe than sorry. Go in. So, but when I was talking to him earlier, he said he was feeling a little bit better. So we'll see. He's got a big update video coming for his 100 day. We have a name for the documentary. If for those of you that haven't heard yet, the name is Healing Humanity: The Power of a Proper Human Diet.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a good one.
If anyone has any comments, please leave them.
Yeah, my comment is I absolutely love it. Can't wait for it.
Nice. Good to hear. I announced it. I announced it to the members first. So a big shout out to all of our members. We really appreciate you. So the members heard it first, and then the folks that donated on GoFundMe, and then later we announced it to everyone yesterday. So been getting some really good feedback, but carnivores are always so nice. I don't know for sure, but we had so many suggestions for a name. We really appreciate it. Like, we took a lot of them into account. One of the kind of weird things is this is going to be about carnivore and the proper human diet, but as I've mentioned before, we didn't want to use the word carnivore in the title because we'll scare people away before we can kind of ease them into it. So that made it really challenging. But huge shout out to Adam, Carnivore Today, who's on here as well. Adam helped facilitate things. I had Dr. Barry on the channel a long time ago, and I planted a little seed with him. And at one point I was hoping to name the entire thing just Proper Human Diet because it's such a cool name. But I'm kind of glad we didn't. I really like this one. And
Love it.
We always get the comment from people too. It's not necessarily a diet, it's a way of life. So this is more kind of a tagline. So it seems to work well. I just like it because if you really think about it, it's got like 3 different meanings. You have like your double entendre. This one's like a triple. Like you can look at it in many different ways. So it's one of the things I like about it. Hey, we've got G. How's it going?
G.
Welcome.
Hey, G.
Hey, everybody. Hello, all the carnivores.
That's right.
Yes. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing
Awesome.
great.
Good
All
thing.
right. What you eat today?
Picanha.
Ah, nice.
Ooh,
Heart attack chicken. Rick's heart attack chicken.
nice.
That's tomorrow. I'm having that tomorrow, JT.
It's amazing stuff, man.
No, I've been eating it a lot. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I need to figure this recipe out.
It's just chicken with the skin, chicken thighs with skin on it, or some legs, and you drop it in some beef tallow or some pig lard. Ooh.
Cast iron
Yeah,
skillet.
okay.
Fry it up.
No, so listen, take it up to another level. Go ahead and crush out some skins and then shake it in the skins, get it under the skin of the thigh and the leg, and then fry it.
Oh, there you
Oh.
go.
Sounds good.
That sounds real good.
Yes. Made
You have to
everybody hungry.
put a video on that, G, for your channel.
I did. I do. It's on there. It's on this
Okay.
one of the cooking segments. But listen, since I done popped in, I've extended with my travel agent the Carnivore cruise next year to November 20th. So if you get booked in by then, you're good. If not, don't worry.
Awesome.
But
That's
I am
gonna be
excited
fun.
because you can listen. It's so much meat on a ship. It really is. It is. And steak after steak, and you didn't have to buy it. Oh God, yes.
or cook it yourself. That's what I'm looking
Yes.
forward to.
Or
That's
clean
it.
up. Okay, so
Right.
listen. Okay, what do you guys do? But I think a lot of you cook outside. My thing is the sear inside the vent. Oh my God. I started finding little oil droppings because I was wiping the vent out like every 3-4 days. No, after every meal, you have to clean that vent.
I'm constantly setting off my smoke alarm. I don't know about you because I don't have an outside way to cook. My smoke alarm goes off like
took the batteries
regularly. I'm
out.
editing videos. Oh, there's a smoke alarm. Let me go edit that out.
Yeah, I think our smoke alarm is permanently in the refrigerator because I just take it off the wall quick and toss it in there. And it's happened so many times now.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
Robin.
You guys,
Love Robin.
how y'all doing?
Good,
I'm
good. How are
great.
you? We
Good.
were doing a little roundtable asking what everyone ate today. What did you have?
So I had bacon and I had one hot dog, and that hot dog made me feel so sick I didn't eat anything else.
Oh.
Nice.
It's a beef hot dog, but it just did not agree with me.
Mm.
Especially if you boiled it.
Yeah, it just was not good.
Not at all.
But I wanted to talk about that heart attack chicken because I didn't realize I was making heart attack chicken the other day.
It was
I
good
posted
stuff,
a
ain't it?
video
You don't
about
need
it.
no
I tried
seasoning,
that-
nothing.
Those chicken wings in lard.
Yeah.
It's so good.
A little salt at the
Where'd
end.
you get your lard, Robin?
I think I got it from my mom gave me some actually. And then I have some tallow that I rendered myself.
There you go.
My stepdad, he makes a lot of brisket, so he has all these brisket trimmings. And so he gave me a bunch and I just threw them in the oven and rendered them down and made that beef gold. It was good.
Yeah.
Good
Nice.
stuff.
Nice. Adam, what'd you eat today?
Eggs and ribeye.
Oh, nice. That's what I had too. Steak and eggs for breakfast. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good one. Adam, you know what I did since our trip out to visit Maggie? I finally did it. I just texted Maggie about it. I went to the butcher, actually with Emma, and picked up a big thing of beef fat. And we're gonna do the cowboy breakfast Maggie style. I think I don't know if some of you aren't familiar, but that was the big thing at Maggie's. And honestly, the first day we were there, I eat anything now. I'm like, well, just carnivore, of course, but I'm like, nothing really bothers me. But the first breakfast we had with Maggie, she made this huge cast iron skillet of fat, and it was just little chunks of it with salt. And I'm like, I gotta have a lot of fat, but I'm like, how much of this am I going to be expected to eat? Because it was a big thing. But I'll tell you what, by the end of the week, I was craving that. I don't know about you, Adam, but I felt so good eating that. And I know everyone says it on carnivore, it's all about eating fat. And I always try to get more, but I always tend to end up not getting enough. So anyhow, I'm going to be doing that going forward.
Kind of weird just eating fried fat, but
yeah,
it was good.
Yep.
It's delicious.
Yep.
Especially the way she crisped it up. So that texture, I think, was what would get me. But with nice and crispy with a little salt on it, and then you mix it in with some bacon or eggs or something. Ground beef. The ground beef was really good too. So that's gonna be my new go-to. But
That sounds amazing.
what about you, Lindy? How are you? What did you eat today?
I haven't. It's 11:30 here in
Oh, that's
Melbourne,
right.
Sunday morning. So I normally eat about 1 or 2. So just waiting for hubby to come home. And I think we're just doing chicken wings as well. So yeah.
Nice.
Heart attack chicken, gotta love it.
Lindy, do you do with the breading on it, or do you just do the wings like in an air fryer or something?
I just stick them in the oven with a bit of salt. I don't do any breading at all. So yeah, they come out crispy, and I love the salt, lots of salt. So yeah.
Did I say breading? I meant the skins. I meant the skins like JT said.
Yeah, I said, is that a trick question that he was asking?
I thought you were getting set up, Lindy.
Right. Almost got you. No, that's been Emma's go-to lately is making like buffalo wings just in the air fryer, crisped up, and man, they're good. They're really good.
Yeah.
What about you, Todd? How you doing?
To try. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm doing awesome. In fact, I'm tickled. I just Raymond finally let me stop priming and start fasting today. So this will be the first day I haven't eaten 36 eggs in a day in about 5 weeks.
Wow. You're not joking either, right?
No, I'm not.
36 eggs per day for how long?
For almost 5 weeks now.
So this whole thing, I've heard about it. I need to learn more. This is priming.
Oh, yeah.
Can you explain a little bit?
This.
Can you tell us a little bit more, Todd?
Yeah, I mean, for me, obviously, Lindy kind of introduced me to the steak and butter gang, and then I got in there, I started hearing about priming, and for me, I'd been doing OMAD for 9 months solid, and I just felt like the last 2 or 3 months that my metabolism was dropping, like my energy was getting low, just things were slowing down. I wasn't sleeping super good. So I was eating 1 steak a day, usually about 17 to 2,200 calories, depending on how big a steak and if it was ribeye or not. And I was just starting to slow down. So yeah, I started watching on the priming protocol, and it just made total sense to me because basically you eat 3 meals a day and snacks if you have to, and you just eat until they don't want you to be hungry for 1 minute of a day, and they want you to eat until you're pretty much green behind the ears.
That would make me green.
Oh man,
Wow.
It was the hard. I'm not even kidding. Priming was almost harder than starting carnivore in the first place and going through like the carnivore or the keto flu stuff. It was miserable. It was a job.
Wow.
And then I am the one that complicated it with the eggs as well, because I was just starting to pump up my eggs because I bought a bunch of chickens for fresh eggs because I was I have I don't know what my testosterone is now, but before I started carnivore, I had really low testosterone. I was supposed to take
It's up there now, honey. It's up there now.
It feels like it, I can tell you. Because I was supposed to take testosterone replacement therapy, but then I read about it and you can get stuck on it where your body will stop making it itself. And I did that for I was taking the injections for 5 weeks, and I just didn't feel good about it. I was like, I don't want to be taking injections, and I don't want to get stuck on this stuff for life. So I started researching, and the DHEA in eggs, if you take 36 of them, these weightlifters are doing it, and it's like a full steroid cycle for pro lifters. If they eat 36 a day, in fact, they tell you to only do it for 8 weeks maximum at a time because you're getting so much DHEA steroids in your body from the chicken eggs that you got to give it a break, just like a gear cycle lifting. So yeah, I was doing it, and yeah, I mean, my arms are blowing up, my arms are getting big, my shoulders are getting big. Wow. I've eaten 160,000 calories or 170,000 calories now, and I've lost 8.5 pounds. It makes no sense.
That's
none whatsoever.
Yeah. But I feel it was hard because finally 2 days ago I was like, Raymond, I can't do this anymore. I was so tired and I was falling asleep at my desk, and he's like, you're there. He said, that's what I was looking for. Because he said, when you finally get to where your body's finally got all the building blocks and the nutrition it needs, it starts turning it into glycogen, and you start having these insulin spikes, and you start getting tired. I'm like, well, I'm there because I'm about to fall asleep standing up. I don't know what's going on. So now today was my first day fasting, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to go into it completely with all the nutrition and nutrients and building blocks, so you can go into fasting, and the autophagy just has everything to work with, and it just starts repairing things, building muscle, healing the body. So
great. I'm gonna have to look into that.
How long are you fasting for?
So the protocol is I do 5 OMADs and then I do a 2 MAD with a skip day. So right now I'm doing 5 OMADs in a row, and then I go into 3 2 MADs, and then I don't eat for 48 hours, and then a 2 MAD and don't eat for 48 hours, and then I go into 1 OMAD and 72-hour fast, and then it kind of, at that point you re-evaluate whether you need a mini prime or a micro prime. So you like eat 3 meals for like 3 days, or 3 meals for like 7 days until you feel completely full again, and then you just hit it again and you do another cycle of fasting like that. So I'm pretty excited. Wow. I'm definitely feeling a lot better. Like in the body composition's been crazy. You know, it's just everything's just filling out, muscles building everywhere. It's nutty.
Killing it, Todd. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. And shout out again, Steak and Butter Gang. I've heard nothing but really good things about their coaching and their program and all the stuff they're doing over there from many, many people. So that's pretty cool.
Hey, Kerry, I have a question for the panel. Have you guys tried, I don't know, this is what I'm thinking, is to mix ground lamb with the ground beef? Has anyone?
I have tried that. Mm-hmm. I get ground lamb from my farmer who does beef and lambs. And so sometimes I will mix those two together, and it's quite delicious. I love ground lamb. It's very, very good. So.
Yeah, because I love lamb, but I said, oh, I don't know about a burger. And for some reason, they just keep removing the fat from the lamb. Your lamb chops is just almost like pure, you know, the lean meat. So, yeah, I said and I might even mix over something else. Yeah, to fatten it up.
Is that what?
Go ahead.
Isn't that what Euro meat is? Isn't Euro beef and lamb?
Yes,
it is. Okay,
it is.
I was curious about that.
Mm-hmm. And now that you said that, I now know what it tastes like. Thanks, Todd. Honey, I used to eat euros. Oh my god!
Well, I was just thinking that
meat has a lot more seasoning in it too, though. There's other
and some other stuff. Yeah.
I keep realizing all the things I don't eat anymore. I'm not going to eat. And when you just said Euro, I was like, I haven't had a Euro in 6 months. I haven't eaten anything crunchy in 6 months either. I don't think I'm ever going to eat anything crunchy again. Although I said that the other day, and then one of the girls was like, "You chew on ice sometimes." So I'm like, "All right, you got me there."
I'm trying to stop chewing on ice, and it's a bad habit. I'm trying to stop.
Right? Yeah, 229 days. Haven't had a Euro.
That's awesome.
Or anything crunchy. So.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, count out your days. Holler out your days. You are what, Kerry?
229.
Okay. Next, Adam. I don't know how y'all seated. For me, next is Adam here.
Mm-hmm.
How many days?
About 10 months. I don't know how many days it is exactly. So,
okay.
300 days, maybe.
All right, JT.
I've got an app counter. It says 136.
Nice.
All right, Todd.
I don't know the days either, but it's a little over 11 months.
Okay. All right. Look, Chrissy.
Yeah, so I'm not on days because I like to say I accidentally became a carnivore sometimes because it just kind of slid that way from keto to ketovore to carnivore, but definitely since June, so about 5 months.
Okay. And Ashley, brother number one.
Yes, I'm about 9 months. Started early February.
Miss Linda.
23 months.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Miss Robin.
In
Robin knows her days.
255 days.
Wow.
Okay. Now, the only reason why I said that is because Frederick counted mine. I'm 160 and he's 162. Because we didn't start on the same time. I was vegan, so I'm looking at him like, ew, God, you eating the meat.
Now it's come full circle.
But it only took you 2 days, G. It only took you 2 days.
Yeah, because if you know our story, my husband was actually on a walker in January, and before we found out about carnivore, we cut out everything. He was literally almost 6 weeks on chicken Caesar salad. And so, but he was still in pain. So I'm looking at him and he's eating. So the next day I'm looking at him and he's like, gee, I think my ankles are feeling better. Yeah, I was like, you're not leaving me. I'm not going to be broke down. They're talking about these health benefits. And I'm like, oh, no. Yeah, you're not getting all not by yourself. So I jumped in, but I didn't start with beef right away. It was something about the smell, and I still get that way sometimes.
Okay.
When it's like cooking, that after while it's cooking, it's good, but like if it's lingering, yeah, I still don't like that. So I started with lamb. I did. Lamb. I can't even get beef brains. I started remembering things that my mom fixed when I was a kid, and I went back to that. And I still can't find beef brains though. But people tell me it's illegal to sell. I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna get rid of that brain. Oh my God, I just want a beef brain. They try and show me like pork brain in a can. Well, I don't even do canned goods, let alone.
They definitely sell beef brain in dehydrated pill form.
Oh no, it's the flavor I'm looking for. Listen, you cook that joke up in some butter with some salt. Yes, she used to, and just almost like how you cook a steak. You just go ahead and sear it. Oh my God, it was so delicious. Yeah.
Gee, that video of Frederick sprinting through the grass is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, baby. That's how I tell you, Todd, the testosterone is okay, because I didn't speed that up. I was like, oh my God, you can really run. He said, you want to try it? I said, no. I've been a trip and fail. So my goal, because I turned 60 in July, mine is to turn a cartwheel.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
Nice.
Yes. And he said he was going to record. And I said, you're going to be over here spotting me. You put that phone, you put that camera on a
live stream. That's a live stream event right there.
Oh, yeah. It was most definitely. Oh my God. So
well, you could join us for our plank off, right, Ashley?
That's right.
Join us for our plank off. We're doing planks for this month, and at the end of the month, we're going to have a live stream plank off. Everybody plank as long as they can, and when you're out, you have to log off.
Nice.
Okay, so wait, so here's the
last person.
No.
You don't have to log on.
Not the first
you get to
person.
cheer on everybody else. You get to cheer on everybody else.
Okay.
So
All right.
you pick your next favorite.
Okay, so when I plank laying down but up on my elbows. How are you guys doing it?
That's right.
Yeah, like
That's
that.
it? Oh, okay. Okay.
We had my nephew come on who's 14, and we coached Ty, and he showed everybody how to plank. He did the proper form and everything else like that. It's pretty funny. And he gave us 2 variations. So you can also do the plank lean, which that one's kind of next level. But I tried it last night, Kirsten. I got it.
Go ahead and demonstrate. Show me what I got to do now.
Video for that.
Start with this one. Start with that one. 90 degrees like that. That's good.
Yeah, that's about where I'm starting. But I need to start doing something. I really, really do. It's like I keep talking about it.
We try to make some of these challenges easy enough that anybody can join, and so I know Robin's doing it too. And
she is.
There's no pressure. You just do it until you can't do it anymore. So
here's my whole right here.
How many minutes are you up to?
Minutes? You're joking, right? Robin, I think it's seconds, isn't it? 60 seconds.
Yes, I'm not even at 1 minute yet. I'm still doing like 30 seconds. I did 30 seconds today, and I thought, oh, I'm doing good.
That's right. Get it.
Okay, so I have a little confession. If you saw in the comments of my video, though, but my daughter Kendall, she's 14. She joined me with it last night. She put her comments in there. She said, "I'm joining the challenge." Her and I did it together last night, and I pushed so hard. I got to 210, which I'm very proud of. She beat me first time. She got to 230. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh, okay. Awesome. I gotta get to work.
14.
Okay, look, if he already up at 2 minutes,
no,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
There's a lot, and some people are posting their times in the chat too, which is fun. They're commenting back.
Okay. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. I need to do something though.
In 5 minutes, you guys. I would love to stay, but I am overscheduled.
You booked and busy. You are booked and busy. That's good.
I am. I hope to see you guys again soon.
Yeah, we got to do another video. Like Christy, thank you.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Kerry.
For sure.
Bye, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Bye, everybody.
Hi.
JT, how have you been doing, friend?
Good, man. I'm doing good. My son just had his birthday yesterday. He turned 2, so I was doing a lot of birthday stuff, and we went and partied at the Texas Roadhouse, and I did not eat the sugar butter.
I warned you about that sugar butter.
Man,
Right,
there's
Adam? That's
cinnamon in there. I did a short on that. And people are like, "Dude, you're stupid. Cinnamon sugar butter is the best." I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I also did the Kerry. I was eating my steak, and I threw my hands up, and the manager came over, and she wanted to know if everything was okay. I was like, "Oh, it's just fine. I'm just over here acting like an idiot, man. Don't mind me. I'm having fun."
I've had that conversation many times.
Yeah, so it was good, man. I'm having a lot of fun, and it was just on Carnivore Backwoods. So I'm hanging out with you guys, so it's fun. Having a good weekend.
Awesome.
That's good. Yeah,
Next
Kerry,
weekend.
thanks for popping on with Robin and I earlier. You are a true supporter.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I saw you guys were on. I'm like, I got to check it out quick before. That was before, and then I had to head over here to the movie theater. And man, we had a crazy night. We're playing the Martin Scorsese movie, Killers of the Flower Moon. Really good one. I didn't know how it would do because we don't normally play rated R movies here. But it's filled up there. It was kind of crazy.
I was gonna say that's giving you a sign.
Yeah.
Everybody don't want G-rated. Sometimes, yeah. At 8 o'clock, give me a little R.
Right. The crazy thing though is this movie's like 3 hours and 20 minutes, which that's the other reason we're all here right now. And I wanted to do a live stream. I'm like, I'm not sitting up there for 3 hours and 20 minutes.
No, he's using us, guys.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be a win-win for everyone.
It is.
Yes.
Plus, it was nice to get a couple of these done before next weekend. I know we're going to see some of you guys next weekend, but next weekend's going to be crazy. So 1 week from today, right, Adam? We're going to be like right now at this very well, yeah, 5 to 7. Right now at this time, hopefully we'll be eating steak in Chicago somewhere if we can find somewhere that can accommodate us afterwards. So, but yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, next week Saturday we're doing a meetup. Unfortunately, it's booked up, but Adam and I are going as well. And Emma's coming with too, and Alyssa, my other daughter who recently started carnivore, and we're really looking forward. I did a video on Dr. Tony Hampton's channel the other day, and I love that guy. He's the best. But he's going to be meeting us, and we're going to be filming him professionally for the documentary. And then he's going to be at the meetup from 5 to 7, so people can meet him and we can all chat. And then we're inviting him and his lovely wife out to dinner afterwards. So still trying to figure out where we're going for that, but we'll figure something out soon. So
yes,
it's Chicago, honey. Something is always open.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, you might have some people jumping in the comments telling you some places and stuff to go. Yeah. Because you'll have some I was getting ready to say there are a bunch of meat right there.
There we go.
I thought you were talking those big slabs.
Brett.
All right.
How's it going, buddy?
Good. I just got home from a bass fishing tournament and I wanted to jump on right away and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, good to see you.
I thought you were going to say jump on and tell us what your winnings were.
I didn't win a lot today. We finished 4th, but it was 4th out of 25. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, we had a beautiful day on the water, sunshine, no sunburn, of course. Did not sunburn today.
I know, that's like phenomenal.
Don't burn.
Yeah, it's like magic. So yeah, I had a very, very good time, and I'm psyched and can't wait till next Saturday.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting you in person. Looking forward to meeting everyone. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, 1 week from today. It's coming up quick.
I hope you're ready for some hugs because they're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Rhett asked if you were a hugger, so I said, well, I don't think it matters. You're just going to have to hug him anyway.
For sure.
Everybody better be a hugger that day because I'm going to be hugging everybody.
Hey, Kerry, Frederick, and I won't make the meetup because he goes to Georgia this week. I have an appointment, and it's right at the birthday of my oldest daughter. So I'm just kind of like, and for those that don't know, she's no longer here. So yeah, so I just kind of I'm a little unsure, but I'm carnivore this time. So that has been, you know, a lot of the depression. We say brain fog, but it's like that clarity aspect. It has not always been my friend, but since carnivore, I think I probably responded how I've always responded, if that makes sense. And not even, it's like, wait a minute, but I have a whole new life now. But I know that would be a lot because he'll be just getting in Friday evening.
Oh, you can always call me, G. You got my number if you need to talk
I know,
about something.
baby. I know. Yeah, in Chicago, but that's my hometown. That's where I was born. And I actually have 2 brothers there. So I was like, yes, no. So Kerry, let me help plan your next date.
Well, that was what I was gonna say. I wish we could see you there, but I totally understand. We'll be thinking about you. I'm sorry you're going through that. On the positive side, though, I think we'll probably be doing many more of these as we travel around. This one will be a good learning experience for sure. But I definitely want to do more, if nothing else, just to meet and hang out with some like-minded individuals.
Raleigh, Charlotte. We can, and of course, if I always told you, if you did something close to where I am, I'll be that man on the ground. Well, we will be your boots on the ground. We would do your leg work and stuff on this end. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're there for you guys.
Appreciate it.
And if you come to Australia, I'll fire up the barbecue as well. So
that, Lindy, I really think that's going to happen at some point. Because
I look forward to it. Yeah. Dr.
Anthony Chafee, man, he's the man. He's a big part of the documentary. So plus I kind of want to go to Australia. I say that now until we get on the flight. And I don't
flight.
I really wanted to go to Alaska. Yeah, a big one. Really wanted to go to Alaska too, and I'm so thankful I did.
Yes.
But on the flip side, it wasn't very much of a vacation. It was just nonstop filming. But I'm going to say one more thing on Alaska because I got a whole bunch of comments on the side asking about Bill. I was just texting with Bill and he's doing well. He's like, give me some space. I'm okay. He didn't go into the hospital yet. He had numbness in his legs. He announced that on his last video, but he's doing some fasting and some things that he wants to share with everyone in his video. So he assured me that he's doing well and he's going to do a big update tomorrow, and he's taking it day by day and seeing how things are going. But overall, he is doing very well. So he definitely appreciates the people are thinking about him on one hand, but on the other hand, I think he's anxious about talking about it because everyone just keeps asking him over and over and over again, and it's kind of a lot of pressure for him. So, but I assure you, he's doing well.
Hard.
Yeah,
that's really good to hear, and appreciate you sharing that because it's been on my mind.
Yeah, mine too. Today I texted him a couple times. I'm like, I feel bad because he's just like, dude, I'm good. Like, leave me. But yeah, he's doing good. And like I said earlier, for anyone new, a lot of people have jumped on in the meantime. If anyone doesn't know, he had some numbness in his legs. He's killing it on carnivore. He's fasting. He's lost a bunch of weight. He had his nurses come in. He's probably going to jump on the chat here at some point. So, or maybe he is, and I haven't caught up yet, but he's doing really well otherwise. But yeah, he had some scary stuff going on with some numbness in his legs. So he's taking it kind of day by day, but he's got a big update video coming tomorrow, and he's hitting 100 days on carnivore, which is just incredible to me. I can't believe it's been 100 already. He's doing overall, besides the numbness in the legs, everything else, he's just doing incredible. Lost a bunch of weight, inflammation's down, his mood is improved, and I talk to him every single day. He's doing pretty good. So
that's awesome. That that neuropathy definitely goes away, or definitely kind of did for me. It was crazy. I was worried I wasn't going to get that back.
Right. Yeah.
So hang in there.
Yep, for sure. And a couple people commented that had the same symptoms as him, and it was I can't remember what vitamin they said, but it was a very specific vitamin deficiency. So that was one thing that his brothers went out and I think got for him, and he tried right away. So
was it vitamin B1?
It might have been. I can't remember for sure. It was a kind of an unusual one that I haven't heard of being an issue before, but a couple people commented on it. So yeah, he's doing good. Look for his update tomorrow. Kathy Tittle, thank you so much. $20 super
Hey,
chat.
Kathy.
Kathy.
Hey everyone, good to be here. Really appreciate you, Kathy. You're always so supportive. Again, every penny goes to healing humanity. Carnivore diet documentary. I have to get used to saying the new name now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a Jen Adam is awesome as always. We're working on like some shirts and things like that. In the meantime, Jen made up a bunch of shirts so that I'll have someone traveling out to Chicago. So next week we're filming Dr. Tony Hampton. We're doing the meetup, and then Adam and I are going to film my good friend Jeff DeProsperous, who's going through stage 4 cancer, but just thriving on carnivore. Do you guys mind if I share a quick little 2-minute video with everyone here?
Oh, not at all.
Yeah,
So
I've actually
you can't do it.
utilized him. My grandson's coach, I found out, is battling cancer, and he goes on Fridays. And I took your video, Kerry, shot it right over to him, told him, listen, you need to connect to this gentleman on his page, because they're like, I mean, his isn't stage 4, but I don't have cancer. So that I'm so glad you do a lot of the things that you do, because we can utilize that to connect other people that we know. It's like you don't even have to search. It's right there.
Right.
I love this community. Now let's see this video.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. I love the community too. That's why, like with Jeff, I'm like, that's why it's so important. Do your own YouTube channel, because your cancer story is going to resonate with other people. And it is now. His channel is really growing, and he's getting so many comments, and it's really helping him out too, mentally, supporting him and stuff. But this, I always kind of show this. These are all of the sections of the documentary we're covering, and cancer was never on there until I talked more with Jeff. And I got to reiterate it more, because it's like, gee, all the problems you had and Frederick had, so many of those problems that they kept giving us medication for. It's like cancer is a perfect representation of that. From what, so yesterday, Friday, I had the honor of having Professor Thomas Seyfried on the channel, and we did a roundtable. This video isn't live yet. I spent a couple hours editing it today. It's going to go live in a couple days. The video I want to show you guys now is just a little preview of that video.
Nice.
But it had Jeff, it had Diane, who I had on the channel before. She has cancer. It had Ronnie. It had Brad, who's behind the Cancer Evolution documentary, which is fantastic, by the way. But all these people are saying it is a tragedy. It's a travesty. It's horrible that people are getting cancer, and the only solution they're told is chemo, and that's it. And they don't talk about metabolic therapy, which Professor Seyfried has been preaching about for like decades now. And there's so much science behind it. And he's not saying like, don't do chemo, don't do radiation. He's not saying any of that. He is saying this is just another tool in the toolbox people can have, and they're having incredible results, and they're seeing it over and over again. And chemotherapy is so much more effective when they're doing it. But yeah, so anyways, long story short, cancer is like all these other things. Like what I had, all of these pills I took, I went to the doctor for, and it was because I was eating the wrong foods. It was that simple. And a lot of the reasons people are getting cancer is from chronic inflammation, from eating highly inflammatory food for years and decades, and they end up getting cancer. And then they go to the doctor, and the only thing the doctor says is chemo or more of this. And they refuse to talk about anything else, because why? There's no money to be made in it. But that's the solution for a lot of these issues. So I'll stop talking now. I'll show you guys this video real quick. It's just a little preview, but I think you guys might enjoy it. It's just 1 second here. Find this. Here we go.
I didn't want to die.
Like my liver's fully covered,
let me see
so
if I
they
can make
deem
this
me
bigger.
inoperable, incurable,
Sorry.
palliative, terminally ill.
I
knew I didn't want to get.
We got too many people in the thing.
It had already spread to my liver and my lungs. My thing was, I didn't want to die.
Like my liver's fully covered, so they've deemed me inoperable, incurable, palliative, terminally ill.
I knew I didn't want to go through chemo again.
It had already spread to my liver and my lungs. So now I was terminal.
With that news, it was kind of shocking. Without treatment, I think I have about a couple months to live.
The thing that we're trying to emphasize is that if you do metabolic therapy the correct way, you can not only manage the disorder, but you can also correct and fix many other problems that some cancer patients might have, like diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension. So you actually get healthier as you're degrading your tumor.
It's down now to 0.05, which is almost nothing.
So here I am about 15 months, 18 months later, and I am doing really well.
I did that for 2020. In December 2020, I was cancer-free.
My wife had a stage 4 cancer diagnosis, and she used metabolic therapies. 1 year later, she was cancer-free.
And I'm not saying we throw out all chemo, because obviously you folks have done really well with chemo. What we're finding with fasting and part metabolic, part chemo, what we're finding is that dosages of chemo can be lowered significantly and still have powerful therapeutic efficacy. If you want to live and you want to get healthy, you do metabolic therapy. Now, that doesn't mean you don't do radiation and chemo. It would change the entire system, but they will not allow that to be done.
Anyone that's been touched by cancer, if you're worried about cancer, please share this video. Please share Professor Seyfried's work. Please share Brad's documentary, cancerevolution.film. For anyone that's touched by cancer, it's a travesty, it's a tragedy, it is criminal that this information is not given to them just as an option, just as an additional tool in their toolbox of ways to treat their cancer.
Love it.
Wow.
Oh, that was
So good.
So
What day is this airing?
That's a great question. I think on Monday, probably Monday.
Okay, no, because like I shared with you, I have a young lady in and I hope she even hears this. She's in St. Louis. She was a radio personality. Cancer has just like revved itself up. She has a young daughter, just made it into high school. You're not trying to lose your mom. I mean, that's her only child. And I feel like I sound crazy by inboxing her saying, it's the food.
Right?
Listen, it starts with the food. You're going to have to change some things, because I think it's crazy that my granddaughter goes to the doctor's office for speech. They give her a sticker and a dum-dum lollipop. And I said, this is keeping her coming back. You go to the dentist, they now have a bucket of candy at the front for some of the other people. That's keeping the business going. You go in for chemo, they sent my mom home with Ensure. That's a bunch of sugar that went against what you just did. You're at the diabetic center, you need dialysis, and they're giving you apple juice and graham crackers. Something is not right with this. And it's like, yeah, they're going to take care of it, but we need to see you next week. So we give you this little bit to get you back next week. And at some point we have to just stop. So I almost can't wait to Monday. Because I really, between her and my Grand Legacy's coach, I most definitely have been trying to get some information, because what you end up doing with your life and health is up to you. But as long as we keep doing these different tools, this is like phenomenal. And once again, Kerry, thank you so much for connecting with these people. And the people for responding to the emails, and you having the idea to put this together, because it was blank. And then all of a sudden, God has just shifted people your way, and bam, you're taking up that torch and you are going. You have changed the carnivore community. I can't say that enough. That's a shirt you need. No, I would have to do it, because I know you wouldn't do it. Kerry changed the carnivore community. He wouldn't print it out.
I don't know if I'd wear
Get
that
the
one.
shirts are rolling, dude.
Well, that's really nice. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that video is going to come out Monday, the full video, and Professor Seyfried is just amazing. And I feel for this man, because his heart is there. Like, he wants to help people so bad. And he's like, why aren't they just listening to me? And he's been told, like, for kids, like, why can't we just offer this as a tool? That's too dangerous for kids. We can put them on chemo and radiation. That's fine. But the ketogenic diet or fasting for kids, that's incredibly dangerous. And we can't even talk about that. It's just, It's insane. It's just insane. I'm trying to do something with Jeff. So you guys saw Jeff on that little video in the lower left corner. I've had him on the video before. Adam and I are going to film him. but I'm really trying to do something with Jeff, something that can go more viral and get this word out more, with the ultimate goal of everyone just has to know that this is an option. We're not saying you have to do this, but people should know that it's an option. So I was talking to Jeff, and I'm like, maybe we do like a specialized landing page that we could send people to that have Jeff's regimen, Professor Seyfried's work, videos from other carnivores that have had cancer and have had success with it. And the biggest thing that Jeff and Ronnie told me were, you have to take things into your own two hands, because your doctor's just going to say do chemo. You have to have a plan, and you have to educate yourself. So, and Jeff has 8 things on his regimen, all of which he had to come up with. I'm like, who told you this? He's like, no, Kerry, I had to figure this all out on my own. First, it started with diet. Then I'm like, no, I need to add this. They do this cold treatment. And then he's literally has 8 different things that he figured out. And he's like, I just want to share this with other people. So long story short, I'm trying to do something with Jeff where we can just have like a landing page, and we can send people and say, look, go here if you get cancer, and then here's some options. We're not telling you what to do, but here's research for Professor Seyfried. So anyone that's watching this now that wants some of that info, Google Professor Seyfried, watch some of his videos. Yeah. Some of them are confusing, some of them are not. The other thing is Brad has, it's cancerevolution.film. He's putting together this whole documentary series on cancer and treating it with metabolic therapies. He was the one that mentioned his wife, after 1 year using metabolic therapy, she was cancer-free after having stage 4 cancer. He's doing a whole doc on it, and he takes Professor Seyfried's work and he simplifies it. And they've got graphics and animations, and so they've got the first episode out now. It's on the website. They just ask for a donation. You can donate like $1 and you can watch the whole documentary. It's not on Netflix or anything like that. So I'm gonna keep promoting the heck out of that one, because it's really well done. And again, if anyone has cancer or knows someone touched by cancer, that's a good doc to watch. It's at cancerevolution.film. Hey, we got another person.
You did. I know. So I don't know if you don't have the room, because I think Bill, I see
Bill Knott is here.
Bill's here?
Yeah, he's here.
Bill's in the chat.
Well, I see him over here in the chat. So if you want Kerry, we can get him. We got room. Okay.
I'm sick Buckeye.
Yes. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, bud?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Look, you didn't tell me Lacey was going to be here, brother. I cannot possibly be seen in the same space with him.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, do all the internet a favor and go home.
I'm going to put you guys next to each other.
Hey, look, it was this or a colonoscopy. So I said, well, let me just see what they're on there talking about. So I avoided the colonoscopy again. Hey, but I'm happy to be here. It's everybody's favorite. Listen, I told you I'm changing my name to Barely Carnivore. Everybody's favorite part-time carnivores over here. So I was carnivore today. I will have you know.
Oh, nice.
I had bacon, eggs, and coffee for my first meal, and some hamburger patties for my second meal. So,
there you go.
Nice.
Here I am. I'm way more carnivore than people may think. I don't know what the rules are. I always say I don't know exactly what the rules are, what the boundaries are for carnivore. But yeah, I eat carnivore, and I'm all about the carnivore folks and the carnivore life. Some of my best friends are carnivores.
So are you carnivore-ish? So we got ketovore, carnivore,
yeah,
carnivore-ish.
I think I know everybody except Giselle. Although I'm happy to be here with you. I think I know everybody.
Baby, let me fix that if you didn't know me. How you doing? My name is G Brown, the lifestyle changer. I'm the co-host of Hanging with the Browns. My co-part is over in the bedroom because he didn't get he took his shower early. So
I love that. As a matter of fact, if I could just ask everybody to leave and let me and G Brown just kick it in here for just.
Oh my goodness! Well, how about look? I tell you what, we'll take it a step further. Why don't you come on, kick it over there with me, over on my channel? So now that you done said it, you done put your foot on out there, Mr. Homestead Buckeye. I'm gonna snatch you up.
Listen, if you
I'm telling you now.
Listen, if you try to do something,
hey,
listen.
Wait a minute. Are there any topics off subject?
hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
Not with him.
I'm just.
Are there
like,
any
God, you know
topics
what?
off subject? Carrie, he ain't paying attention to me now.
Hey, listen. She obviously has no idea who the hell I am.
Yeah, I have to censor him on the cookout.
Yeah, she
Nothing's
obviously
off
has
the
no
table.
idea. Hey, listen, listen, you hear everybody else in here being real quiet, don't you, sis? Because listen, I'm as wild as all outdoors. Okay. Yes, but no,
Robin.
Hey, Grandma knows. You better tell her, Grandma. She knows, although she's friendly.
No, I'm trying to warn you.
Yeah, trust me. Hey, listen, many a lion tamer has tried to tame this lion, but
I'm gonna get you going.
Let me tell you, some bulls you don't want to ride. I'm just telling you. But in all seriousness, if you do me, I'm a carb number guy. The whole keto board, carnivore, all that stuff. I'm a carb number guy. I eat about 100 carbs a week. My number balances between 10 to 15 a day, and I get most of my carbohydrates from condiments and sauces. So that's really high. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. Don't eat any fruit. So.
So let me ask you this. I'll ask you here. So what is like, I just don't want to give this up because I'm a sauce person. And so the carnivore diet, when I first started, that I'm the sour cream, I'm the gravy, I'm the barbecue sauce, I'm the hot sauce. I carried hot sauce in my purse. So what is it that like because if it's you, it could also be someone else. That's the reason why I'm asking. I tried barbecue, but then my bursitis, and I couldn't walk for 2 days, so it just wasn't worth it. So what is it that you just like?
We need you walking. Everything. That's everything. I can't give anything, but my philosophy. I have a 90-10 philosophy. When I started, down this road, and I've lost about 50 pounds, and I'm but I always felt great. Even at this weight, my A1C is 5. My fasting glucose is 9.
We ain't worried about the numbers because I was big with good numbers too.
Yeah. So,
but that's not good on your ankles, your toes, your knees.
Oh, absolutely. Listen,
right. So it's more than just that.
Listen, everything is high except myself. Only my self-esteem is low, sis. I understand. But I'm on a road that I'm comfortable on, that I know I can sustain. I'm very happy with my progress and my results, and it's I don't want to.
Well, what are some things you're looking forward to? For instance, because I watched another video, had nothing to do with carnivore. I'm a cruiser, and he was the gentleman is a lot of overweight. And one of the things that he talked about was chairs with the arms in it. So what is it something that you look forward to doing that keeps you motivated going forward? Is it I know I got excited when I sat on the airplane and I had room on both sides and I ain't had to fool with that seatbelt. It just closed. So there are different things. So what do you look forward to that kind of keeps you motivated, that you remember you used to do?
I don't know. I don't really think like that. My mind doesn't really work like that. I just want to be healthier. And
it could be as simple as easier to wipe your butt. I mean, what's some things that you look forward to?
Oh my God, you need to come on the cookout with me.
Hey, listen. Hey, unfortunately, I've been blessed with unusually long arms, so I don't have any problem.
Because like
adaptation.
I got a family member that said, if it gets that bad, I'm just gonna put a towel down and just go across. Across. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. But now I will say this, and everybody know that I say this. So Buckeye, I'm gonna go ahead and say it here.
Yeah.
Men, when you have that stomach, you lost your penis, right?
Yes, but,
I'm just telling you, your penis that went up into your stomach, and so as you lose your stomach, your penis pop back out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, hey, listen, but fortunately,
Oh my God!
Hey, listen, hey, fortunately, I ain't had a hoe yet that couldn't find it. So I don't know what to say about that.
I'm trying to give you things to look forward to keep you on the path. Look, my husband yelling, tell me shut up.
Hey, listen to your husband.
Tell me stop that.
Yeah. Listen
You
to
shouldn't
your
have left me alone.
Yes. But yes, those things will get better, but I haven't missed them. Maybe that's the thing. They'll definitely.
Oh my God!
They'll definitely get better. But you're married. I'm going to tread lightly on that. But I can't. I got to be cool with that.
Because that's something that I talk about even like on the channel. I hope, honestly, because the male ego that I sit up and I use that. It's like, listen, guys, these are things you have to look forward to. So even in that part, that's the only reason why, like I say it. It's nothing like taking a shot or anything while he yelling to me in the other room. But it's like, so hopefully that will be the thing that help you to be carnivore tomorrow.
If that don't do it, I don't know what will.
Kerry, I need Jen needs to make me a T-shirt that says "Giselle for President."
You guys got any open spaces on the keto cookout?
Oh yeah!
Come on!
We got a new host spot.
Yeah. It is hey, listen, she couldn't pass the censors, okay? Because Adam was talking all that junk, but I can't talk about anything on the show. He's like, oh, don't talk about that, don't talk about that. But we can talk about it. I have a comedian soul, so I have no soul. You're not gonna hurt my soul.
I never ever try and like hurt someone's feeling. That is never ever the goal. I mean, you said nothing was off topic, and you said that you were carnivore-ish, and I'm just trying to find things to keep you on the carnivore lifestyle. I do that across the channel that we have. It's like, listen, your sex life, I'm trying to hit certain people the man for the manhood, and it's like, listen, you start feeling better, you have more energy, you can do different positions versus that like off the side of the bed type stuff. It's a lot of things that you get to do, but a little smaller. That's all I'm saying.
I'm paying tonight.
Because I did a thing with my husband because missionary style, you up on your elbows. So I had him on his elbows, and then I measured from the mattress to his stomach, and I was like, this what you leaving me, and I'm big too. So but I talk about things like that because the goal is just for you, whether you're married, single, whatever it is, the animals out there do it, and I know that the men, it's like your testosterone getting up, right, Todd? You better listen to me. You getting the muscles. Now you're gonna be able to lift that girl up. All that good stuff. Y'all don't be talking about that, but that's the part that's part of carnivore as well. We ain't got to be talking about sick and all that. You feeling better. I'm 33 on the inside.
Yes, if nobody's talking about it, there's probably a reason. So it's there might be just a thought. If nobody's talking about it but you, maybe it's you got a problem. That's all I'm saying. So it's just,
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Everybody loves. Awesome. Hey, listen, everybody loves the bearded lady. You just don't want her at your house. That's all.
All right, I'm gonna transition on that comment. We got a couple.
There we go.
Live chat. A lot of people in the comments say read some of my questions. So let's go through some. We'll go real quick through some of these questions here. Here we go. One hope for all. Sandra, thank you. Will you still incorporate hope somewhere in the movie? Highly optimistic personal experiences. I don't know if that P is right. That P is right. And yes, we do plan to still show some of those because in the documentary, we want to show the scale of carnivore. And if we just have say 8 individuals, people are going to say, well, that's just anecdotal. So we do hope to show some miniature, quicker stories throughout. Definitely some at the end of the film during the credits, but yes, absolutely. Thank you, Sandra. Kimberly C, can we still get into the Chicago meetup? No, I'm sorry. It filled up pretty quickly. I wish we could have. I even tried to see if we could get a bigger spot, and there just wasn't one available. So sorry. And my brother's a general practice doctor, apprehensive to bring up my carnivore. How can I approach it? Heard a couple. Anyone want to take this one?
Yeah, tell him to mind his business if he doesn't like it.
You know what, JT? That's her brother. No,
Hey,
so
who else to say that to?
And no, started off with the question. Hey, have you ever heard of the carnivore diet? What do you think about it? And then there you go. You get to hear him first. And then you can navigate from that because now you know what the water looked like.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, I'd also add on that
and then you follow with JT.
There's a lot of other studies that are starting to come out. We're starting to get to, like, when my doctor handed me a page just said, here, you need to take a statin. The document he gave me was from 2014. And I said, no, look at here's some more information. And I sent him a bunch of other details. And, you know, because my doctor is the type that he likes the research that I've been doing. Like he was fascinated by that. And like, he's like, you're a researcher. I love it. So, you know, he was open to that, but you know, that goes back to a lot of these doctors haven't had the time because they've been so busy in their practice to get up to speed with some of the stuff that's going on. So I love the fact that you ask them, turn around, spin it and say, you know, what do you think about it? Have you done it? Have you heard anything other than what the doctors may be saying or what other people have said? Have you looked into it at all?
Yeah,
I agree with that. I had a conversation with Dr. Kiltz this morning, and he told me that we are light years away from the common, you know, doctors coming on board with carnivore. My thinking is that you should, you know, if he's opposed to it, then you should have him look at the studies, see what the studies are actually saying, because as you said, the literature is old. And also Dr. Kilt said that we should be questioning everything. If they're wrong about diet, what else are they wrong about?
Right.
So yeah, and if she asks first, then if she doesn't have a reply, then she can go and kind of educate herself because now she knows the direction that her brother is going to come in. Yeah, because that is so true. We just got to educate.
And you have to know why they're apprehensive, what they're apprehensive of. I mean, some people are just, you know, they think they know everything. And if you know, they're that kind of person, then that's going to be tough. If you think there's another reason, I would say, what's the reason for the apprehension? I mean, you think he's going to hit you with a baseball bat, or you think he's going to yell at you, or you think he's going to, I don't know. I would start there and then try to attack from that angle. But you have to understand too, you know, these folks are trained and taught and, you know, just like we were. And so they have to overcome that training and that teaching that they've been ingrained with. It's a difficult thing for a lot of people. And, you know, but results generally will change people's mind. And if he's a scientific sort of person and certainly studies and things like that will change his mind. But as far as the standard American doctor, we have to understand it's a business and there's a lot more money in treating than healing.
That's right.
And the people who are
and that's pretty much what it is.
Pharmacies.
When you never know, that doctor may have never heard of carnivore, and
sure,
he could be the one to let him know, and then that doctor may, you know, go down that rabbit hole, and you know, he could set an example that ends up spreading to all that doctor's patients. So I'd say, talk about it.
Could be the next Dr. Berry.
Yeah.
Yep. Very true. That's a great point.
Good stuff.
With her question, I wanted to know how long has she been carnivore? Because at the beginning, you do still want the onions and pickles and mustard, but
oh yeah, this one here. So she said, I'm having trouble with just ground beef. It's not tasting good. Any suggestions? Tried Redmond salt and their smoked salt and still don't like it without onions, pickles, and mustards. Yeah, gee, that's a good question. Wonder how long she's been doing it. You can cook ground beef many different ways too. Like I remember when we used to first make it, I didn't really like it either. And then I made it more crispy. Add a little butter in, switch it up a little bit, change the texture around. So it's not just, maybe it's a texture thing. I don't know. But yeah, it depends on how long you're doing it too. It seems like the further you go in carnivore, the better it tastes.
Oh, she can, instead of that, she can make it in a meatball. Take it, get a muffin pan, and you can actually add an egg to the ground beef, salt it up, and make your meatball, and then wrap it in bacon, and then put it in the pans and bake it, and maybe that helps you with the flavor as well. But I know that in the beginning, when I was switching, I mustard, pickles, onions. I was a sauce person, so yeah.
I was going to pick up on this a little bit too. Well, first of all, Ken Berry is a mustard carnivore. I don't know if anybody knew that.
I eat mustard.
Yeah. And so I don't actually think there's that much. But being that you said pickles, mustard, and onions, I used to crave those things. And what I found out was that I was having a problem with my gallbladder, and I didn't have a good stomach microbiome. And so my body was craving things that had a vinegar profile. And so because vinegar, just like you use it to clean grease off your counter, it'll emulsify grease and it helps you digest fat. And so I had to start taking some gallbladder formula stuff, and my gallbladder kind of cleared up a little bit. And I still, on occasion, though, crave vinegar to this day. And I found that's why I was, because I used to crave pickles, pickled jalapenos, pickled asparagus, and all those things, but it was actually for the vinegar. So I just thought I might bring that up because you might have a thing there. If it takes you like 7, 8, 9 hours to digest your food, you probably have a digestion problem. If you can do it in about 5.5 to 6 hours and it goes away, then you don't. Usually is what I find out for me.
That's some really good information.
Yeah, thanks, Todd.
We'll fire up the room on this one, but don't torture yourself. If you like eating that, eat it. You know, if you're torturing yourself, if it's too hard, you're not going to stick with it. You're not going to stay on it. You have to, you have to be able to live your life. You have to be able to, like I said, you don't have to push yourself, challenge yourself, all that. You're not a Navy SEAL. You're human.
I disagree with that a little bit.
Sure. I know. I certainly want to set the room on fire. Go ahead.
Challenge ourselves. We can do hard things. And some of these things are very hard. I gave up sweeteners.
Yeah.
And that was harder than going carnivore.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's worth it because it depends on what your goals are, right?
Yeah.
My goal is not to have depression, not to have anxiety. So I'm willing to sacrifice and give up whatever I need to give up so that I don't have to deal with those kinds of issues anymore. So I think a person can do hard things if they have a why, a reason.
Yeah, and I'm not against it. Please don't think I'm against it. I'm just, sharing my thoughts on it. That if you feel good, if you're meeting your goals, if you're, where you want to be, if you don't have those issues, everybody has different issues, like you said, different reasons, different whys. But you don't have to beat yourself up because you're trying to compare yourself to somebody else or trying to measure yourself by somebody else's ruler. Do your thing your way. That's the beauty of our lifestyle. Is it's individual. Everybody can do it their way. You show me 100 different folks, I'll show you 100 different ways of doing it. So don't beat yourself up if it's just, oh, so-and-so over there is not doing it and says I shouldn't. Look at yourself and where you're at and do what's best for you.
All right, we got a question for Lindy. Legendary Lindy, as a fellow Aussie, have you found any carnivore snacks with no sugar and seed oils? What about no sugar bacon?
Oh gosh, I'd love to have carnivore crisps and carnivore bars. They all look amazing, and they don't deliver here to Australia. So yeah, we're kind of a bit disadvantaged down here. I do have pork rinds. I get those from Pascal's, Pascalls, and they're quite good. But I don't eat snacks a lot. I just keep them in my bag as a backup when I go out. If I can't find anything else, they're just handy to have because it's expensive as well. Beef jerky and all that, again, it's just full of weird ingredients. I haven't found anything clean. Carnivore Quest did put out a video recently about making beef jerky with ground beef. So I think I might give that a try. That looks quite good. But yeah, no, I don't snack much, and there isn't much out there that I've found. So if anyone does know anything, I'd love to hear. Or maybe we can all jump on Carnivore Bar and Carnivore Crisps and ask them to start delivering down here for us. So yeah.
Yep. I'd say make your own jerky at home, because then you'll know exactly what's in it. And if you have the means, make your own bacon too. I make my own bacon, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. JT mentioned beef bacon, which I haven't found yet.
It's amazing.
So I definitely want to give that a go. So I don't eat a lot of bacon either. I just don't like it. It makes me feel a bit ill. So
It's great. Beef bacon's great if you don't want to break your lion diet, if you might be on a lion diet for bacon, because that's what always got me to break my lion diet was pork bacon. So now if I have beef bacon, I'm technically I'm still doing lion diet. When I started back up, I haven't though.
So definitely
I
something
found
want
a
to try
young
out.
lady. She took egg whites, some salt, and then she added some shredded cheese. And those were the 3 ingredients. She folded it because the egg whites, you beat it to the peak. And then she flattened it out, put it in the oven, flipped it, put it in the oven. When it was all, before it was like crispy, she talked about how you can take that and use it as a bread or a bun. But her thing was to make them into chips. They looked burnt, but she said, this is how they look, but I promise you it's not burnt. If you use a cheddar cheese, it'll probably taste like Cheez-Its. You use a Parmesan cheese, you can add it to. So I don't know, because just like Buckeye says, your walk is your walk, and you know what extra do you have over in it. And if you really need something crispy, those were 3 ingredients.
My name is Russ, by the way, sis. I did.
Hey, Russ. All
But you
right.
can call me whatever. You can call me whatever you like. But I just say.
All right.
I
Thank
think
you. And
because I'm looking at the stand, Buckeye comes
Yes,
like,
at Homestead Buckeye. That's my channel, and that's
Yeah.
a lot of people know it. But a lot of people know my real name is Russ.
Russ. Yeah.
thank you for
All
the
right,
super
Russ.
chats. Charles Roar, $2. Appreciate it. Bill is a superhero. Good to see you all tonight. I agree. Shout out one more time, Bill. He's got a huge video coming out tomorrow. 100 days on carnivore. I really encourage everyone, go check out Bill Knott's channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Check him out. He's got some really good videos coming up.
Love Bill.
Look at those steaks in that picture. I like that.
Yeah.
Barb Justice became a YouTube member. Thank you. Appreciate all the members. Really, really appreciate it. We announced the name of the documentary to the members first. We got a weekly members only live stream every Thursday at 3 p.m. and doing a lot more members only content, especially like when we filmed Maggie, we did a bunch, and we're doing a lot more when we go film Jeff in Canada. So appreciate it all. Every penny we get from the memberships goes right towards the documentary.
Memberships
PA
have its
Peter.
privileges.
Yeah. Jeff has a dog now. That made me cry. I think he's going to be okay. Oh, yeah, PA Beater. Jeff DeProsperous got a dog the other day. And if you guys haven't seen Jeff's channel, it's Blessings on My Journey. Since he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, that's his thing. He says everything is a blessing. He's got a lot of gratitude. He's got the guy's just an amazing fighter, warrior. He's just the coolest guy. I can't wait to go visit with him. But yeah, he just got a dog. And also today, he they filmed it before, but it just went live today. He was on Dr. Baker's YouTube channel. I highly, if you guys want to get a big smile, like watch that video. It was incredible. I was so happy to see it too, because Jeff was just giving Dr. Baker all the credit in the world. He kept telling me, Kerry, I really want to talk to Dr. Baker. Like, he is my doctor. These other doctors in real life, forget them. Dr. Baker, Dr. Chafee, Professor Seafried, those are the doctors. I'm so thankful I was able to help like set some of that up. So we got Jeff on with Dr. Chafee on the 24-hour live stream, which was awesome. And Jeff is probably going to be doing a video with Dr. Chafee. And then after the live stream, I emailed Dr. Baker and said, you got to talk to this guy. And now Jeff just did that video. And then the other one that he really wanted to talk to was Professor Seafried. And I'm like, Jeff, I don't think this is going to happen. Professor Seafried I think he gets like thousands of emails a week. Sadly, from people with cancer that are asking him questions like, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm like, this guy, Professor Seafried, like it could take months to get him on, but I don't know, like Bill always says, it's Providence or what. I emailed Professor Seafried. I didn't even have a contact for him. I went on his, I shouldn't say this. I just went on the internet. I found whatever was on the internet. I emailed that. And within it was 12 hours later, Professor Seafried responded back and said, yes, I will join your cancer roundtable. And also he's interested in participating in the documentary. So anyways, shout out.
I'm telling you, Kerry, I'm telling you.
Good night.
Bye, Robin.
Bye,
Thank
Robin.
you.
Bye,
See you next
Robin.
week. See you in a week.
Yes.
See you in a week.
You are changing the community. I'm telling you, where you thought that this was going to take weeks, honey, it was in hours. I'm telling you, I can't say it enough. And even as doors are opening, I'm just thankful to know you, honey.
Thank you. You're making my head blow up. I appreciate it though.
That's all right. I'm trying to make your head not big. Go ahead.
Hey, give him a little bit of time. You'll take that back.
Right. Truth and Fire, $5 super sticker. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see. We got a couple other here. Donald Hoover. Donald, thank you. $10. Evening, y'all. Just cooked up 2 pounds of chuck eye, 3 pounds of ribeye, and 2 pounds of chuck pot roast steak on a baby foreman in a semi. Wow.
Let's go.
There you
Well
go.
done.
My
No
bad.
excuses. See, Donald, most people in a semi would have excuses. They'd be like, I can't do carnivore. This is too hard. Man, I've got envy right
7
now.
pounds of meat.
And he said a baby foreman, so that's not the big one. That's like that first one that came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't even make those anymore. That's incredible.
I don't think they do.
Save something for the kids. Brother. Save something for the kids. Don't take it all.
Right. Kimberly, I think I got this one already. I'm sorry. No, the Chicago meetup has been filled up. 333 Jim, how is Emma doing? Saw her great video today. She's going to help so many teenagers. Very proud. Thank you. Appreciate it. Emma's doing wonderful. She's upstairs right now running the theater. She, as some of you may or may not know, she did carnivore with me. She was a vegan for 5 years. She was killing it. And then she kind of fell off the wagon for a while, but she's back at it now. And she's, I don't know, she's probably 2 weeks into it. She's doing wonderful. It's so nice having her back. Like I wasn't putting any pressure on her, but cooking a meal for multiple people, and she keeps making me bacon and eggs every day, which is awesome. So she's doing really well, and she's going to be joining us in Chicago for the meetup. And shout out my other daughter who has, I don't know if you guys have ever seen her on a YouTube video, but my other daughter, Alyssa, she's carnivore now for 4 days, and she's killing it. She's Emma's tutoring her, I guess. Emma's taking her under her wing. She's like, eat this, don't eat that. And so, yeah, it's really cool. Alyssa's coming too to Chicago, so that's going to be awesome. Alex is asking the group here, anyone here drinking coffee on carnivore diet?
Every day. Yeah. Although there's so much.
I make a carnivore tea is what I call mine. I get my coffee mug. I heat up my pot of coffee. I add a little tallow in there. I add some bacon, the fat. But because my bacon container has the screen in there, I'm normally scooping from the top. I put in close to a half a stick of butter. I add that hot water, and then I put Redmond salt in it and stir it, melt it. And when I tell you, because a lot of times it's the regimen, you're just used to the act. And so with this, you need something warm, you need it. And you have that, and when I tell you delicious, that's what makes me want to do a lot of times my little pot, my little bone broth, and you can take that. I add a half a stick of butter, some salt, and you have the mug, and so you're still doing the act of, and this is getting some fat over into you. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it is. You're getting up. It's that ritual.
110%. That's how I finally quit soda. Was I made that lemon drink with the ritual where I would drink the soda, and that actually worked. I couldn't believe it, but that definitely, the ritual is huge.
I drink coffee socially. If we go out with my friends, they have their carby snacks and things. So I just have a long black. And so it feels like I'm having a treat as well without having the sugar and the carb treats that they are having. So I just maybe once a week, just with friends, have a coffee. But
that's one of the things I share.
Okay.
One of the things I shared on the channel when I was on the cruise ship and we were in Alaska, I had a decaf coffee, black, with heavy cream. I didn't need the sugars or anything, but it had more to do with at that point. Are you guys getting smaller and colder?
Yeah.
Because,
Yes.
yeah, so it's like I need something to heat me up from the inside. Oh my goodness. And that I find, especially when it's starting to get cool, that I want something warm. And so I didn't want that person to think that I've like never had a cup of coffee since I've been carnivore, but I will do my carnivore, my little carnivore tea, and I have had coffee, but I'm away. It's decaf, and it's probably because I'm cold.
I drink coffee, but there's so much cream in it. I don't know if you can still call it coffee when I'm done with it. There's not, and listen, there's not enough coffee in my coffee to actually hurt me. I can tell you that. It's just
So do you do a flavored cream or
just heavy cream?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's not. I'm exaggerating. It's still.
No, mine is
still
light.
brown. Yeah, and a little bit of. I use a little bit of stevia, just enough to take the bitterness off. Not even like a full pack.
All right. On the journey, $10 super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kerry. The carnivore lifestyle has changed my life. I've lost 83 pounds in 120 days.
Yeah.
Good job. My goal is to be under 300 pounds by the end of the year, and my goal is around 220. Again, thank you. That is awesome.
Let's go.
You got this. Do it. You can do it.
Totally.
Just gets better and better. That's awesome. I love hearing that. That never gets old. Another one from Donald Hoover, $5. Or maybe this is a new one. I'm sorry. There was another Donald one earlier. You ruined steaks for me as when I make it home to Trempealeau, Wisconsin. I've never heard of that one. You heard of that one, JT? I use
I'm
my
in Beansville, but I never heard of Trempealeau.
Trempealeau. I use my Pit Boss with cherry pellets on them. The grill barely holds 1 pound of steak. Yeah.
Didn't that make a song about that? You're as sweet as Trempealeau, honey. Wasn't that? Was that a? That's the song. That was Van Morrison, wasn't it?
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Thank you, Donald. Appreciate it. Let's see. Got that one. Here we go. DJ's asking, how long do the withdrawals last after giving up 2 liters of Diet Pepsi, sugar, and lots of carbs, especially French fries? This might be a good one for Todd. Todd, I know you had the big soda addiction.
Yeah, it took me 5 weeks to get over that, to be honest with you, and I had to I had to limit my diet down to BBB&E, and I had to do that lemon drink, and I had to add electrolytes, and that was the key for me. It took me 5 weeks on that regimen, but that was the best thing I've ever done because it broke every addiction that I had to anything sweet. Like I haven't had a craving in 11 months and 4 days now. I haven't had a single craving.
Good.
See, other than vinegar. Vinegar's the only craving I had. I found out that was for my digestion, but yeah, that combination, but it did take 5 weeks and I had to throw the kitchen sink at it. I even had to get rid of pepper to get that thing knocked out, but yeah.
Yeah, that soda's dangerous stuff. I never drank coffee, but I had a bad soda addiction for many
What
many
lemon
years.
drink was that, Todd? Someone's asking.
Yeah, thank you, because I want to know that.
So it's a lemon drink that I found on Dr. Berg's YouTube channel, but basically I'd use 4 cans of lime bubbly, it's called. It's a sparkling water that's kind of lime flavored, but there's no calories in it. It does say that terrible other natural ingredients, but so I'd use 4 cans of that, 12-ounce cans that come in cans, and then I'd use 10 ounces of organic volcanic lime or lemon juice. You can get it in a lot of grocery stores. It's from Italy, but for whatever reason, it just is really nutrient dense because it's grown in like volcanic soil in this certain Valley, but that and then Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder. I do 4 scoops of that, and then you can sweeten it with stevia if you want. The Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder has stevia in it. But that has gotten me off soda, and I had quit smoking. That was way easier than quitting soda, and I'm just now quitting Copenhagen, chewing tobacco, and I'm
all right.
10 days into that, and
good job.
That's been way easier than quitting that soda. That soda, even the diet soda, was the hardest thing I've ever had to quit in my life. And that drink with the BBB&E, taking those electrolytes, that did the trick. It took 5 weeks, and it works so well that it just killed every sugar craving, every carb craving I was having. It's just completely gone.
I'm killing it, Todd.
Yeah, you can.
Very
You can still be a keto
sharing
cowboy without that chow, man. You still got it. You can still be a keto cowboy without that. Man, just get you a big hunk of bacon fat, man, and stick it down in there. Just,
when I was a kid, you could get cans of jerky chew, right? So it was a can that had to. Yeah, I was like, that'd be the perfect chew for carnivore.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, brother. That's great.
I had to kick this stuff in stages. I had to get rid of the sugars first, and then I got rid of Coke Zero last. That was the hardest thing to get off of. But I got off.
All right. Barb Justice, $10. Thank you. I'm carny for 15 months. I'm 57, lost 90 pounds. I was disabled for 6 years, had diabetes, broke my foot, but healed quickly. It's been a great time. Love to hear it.
Barb.
Good job.
Keep going. Never look back. Just keep going.
Yep.
The thing I found the most that was difficult because one of the things that I share is I was on Percocets for 3 years. When I tell you, they were talking about fusing my back, they were talking about all of this, and I believe that when I got my epidurals for birthing my kids, that's where that was like the weak point, and that's where it seemed like my discs were bulging out. And I learned, because it's marijuana is not legal in our state, but CBD and Delta 8 is, and I became a very good baker.
Hey, look, you said epidural, sis. You sure from dancing on them tables and swinging from things, sis?
Well, why are you trying to tell my business right now? I just need to know why you trying to tell my business.
We
How
keep
you
it
know
real.
what's up in my closet? I see.
We keep it real out here with the people. This is the honest conversation. So tell the truth, you was shaking that tail feather so hard that it threw you back.
Baby, honey, you better just go ahead. Don't make me get up. You bringing back memories. Yeah, so that was it. But I didn't want the sweet, so I was trying to find ways of, and that's another reason why I said I didn't go carnivore with my husband, because that next night I still had some bottles of wine. I'm like, oh, I'm not getting ready to jump with what you doing. I still got some wine to drink, too. Yeah, but now, and we had just came back from Canada, and I didn't know they made wine up there, but they make a wine called it's called ice wine. It is so sweet and delicious to me. I bought back all of these bottles, and now they sit upstairs. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah.
They make wine everywhere, sis. They make wine in prison. Don't ask me how I know.
Okay, well, see, that one I can understand over. See, in Canada, I'm just thinking it's a bunch of snow up here. How y'all growing a grape?
That's why they need the wine. They need the wine. Yeah, so that was snow up there.
To keep them warm. I know that's right. But yeah, so look at him. He's still Kerry. Look, he yelling, stop that. He must have heard.
Someone's just. I keep getting these comments. Kerry, there are questions. I'm like, we're going through them. Like we answered like 20.
Listen, I think it's on a delay, so he just heard me talk about.
Ah, okay.
And he's like, "Gee, stop that!"
Nice. All right, we're hitting all the questions. I got every super chat. If I missed one, I don't know how, because I think I got them. If I missed one, just post your question again put 5 Qs in front of it. We'll make sure to get it. Here's another question from Jan Smith. To the panel members, what are your goals for the next 2 months? My goal for the next 2 months, I'll be real quick. Film more people for the Carnivore for Healing Humanity, and get our torch out, which is our prototype video for the documentary. That's the big goal for the next 2 months. Film Jeff DeProsperous in Canada. Adam, what do you got going on for the next 2 months?
Same thing, and get the website completed and get that page on there that we wanted to add for the cancer inspiration and all that. So definitely want to try to get that done over the next 2 months.
Nice. Russ, what you got?
My goals are always the same. I want to keep moving, grooving, steadily improving, living, giving, striving, and thriving, trying to be better each and every day, a better version of myself. Can I get a witness in this place?
Amen.
Love it. Lindy, what do you got going on in the next 2 months?
Oh gosh, I've just finished priming, so I'm looking forward to doing some fasting and trying to get some autophagy happening, get rid of some of this loose skin. So we're doing lots of fasting for the next 3 months. So
nice.
Yeah.
Todd?
Same with Lindy. I'm on the fasting protocol as of today, and I'm hoping to get like another 45 pounds off by the next 2 months, because then that would be for my 1 year. January 1st is my 1 year carnivore anniversary, and that would be 300 pounds down. So I'm really shooting for the 300 for 1 year. So
it's amazing, Todd. Great job, man.
Proud of you, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Ashley, what do you got going on next 2 months?
Yeah.
Go.
So I did get a chance to say on the coffee conversation, but that's one of my goals over the next couple of months. What I wanted to do though was really kind of see the impact it has on me. I've been a coffee drinker for a long time, but I want to cut it. I want to see what it does, and I want to see how I feel differently, and then I'll be able to speak to that, because that's been. I know there's a lot of question about coffee, yes or no, black coffee, what. So I want to see how it makes me feel. I'll be able to speak to that. So that's one of them, and then we've got some more goals around just lifting heavy things and starting to add some of those extra challenges and making sure we accomplish that.
Good stuff. Gee, what do you got next 2 months goals?
Well, I am going to pick up the plank challenge. Now I might not log in because you already said 2 minutes, and but I don't know. Frederick and I, we're actually going on a cruise, another one, normally for Thanksgiving for the last few years, because I've lost some people. I'm creating new memories, and then in December, it's Frederick. He's turning 60, and we'll be back on the ship again. It's something about that water. It's something about the people. It's something about the atmosphere. I love it. My clothes have been packed for 2 months. Right?
They probably don't fit no more.
Put them in a suitcase. Wait a minute. No, actually, these are pretty good. That is something that you can talk about, is how I just wear these leggings and jackets all the time because you're going through a phase and there's no reason to purchase. Now, I will say that probably by next year, I'm gonna have some sagging in the butt because these I won't be able to fit. So I done kind of timed it out. But yes.
Yeah,
you'll find me on the ship.
They have they have several different ketogenic cruises out there. I don't know if you're familiar, but the 2 Crazy Ketos, if you're familiar with them, have a cruise. They've got one coming up in May. Dr. Barry will be there, Dr. Hampton, several other notable folks.
Send me that information.
We gonna get together after this, sis. This ain't the last time you gonna see me. You look.
I know it's not. I know we're gonna break the internet.
Look, we family now, so it's
we was family before you seen me, honey. You just didn't know.
That is true. You're right.
There you go. Now correct yourself. Don't act like you brand new and we just met.
Yeah.
Brett, what about you? Goals for the next 2 months?
So for November, I'm doing just a personal OMAD challenge, doing 1 meal a day for the month of November. And then December, we got the holidays, New Year's, I have my birthday, Christmas parties. I'm just trying to stay on track and keep my goals.
When's your birthday?
Week before Christmas, December 18th.
Okay, because he is the 15th. That's why I was asking. When you
okay.
were growing up, did they combine your Christmas and birthday present together?
They did not, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, white people don't do that. That's just something black people do. Says
Okay, because look, that happened to my husband, and now I have to make sure. I'm like, no, we're gonna celebrate, doggone it.
It's very
I have to
important.
look at it. Yeah, so.
And then for my channel, now that my fishing's done, I'm gonna get refocused on doing more live shows and interviews. So some of you may be getting some emails. So I want to focus on that. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to do a 7-day fasting challenge starting November 1st, or January 1st. So anybody from any other channel wants to join in, let's do like a big community thing. You know, I'm all about that. So that's something I'm going to plan for my channel. January 1st, 7-day water fast.
I would love to join you in that 7-day water fast, Brett. Let me know, and I owe you a video. I'd love to go on your channel sometime. Do a video with you. Maybe we do it then. We'll do it for the fast.
Sure.
Shout out to Brett too. I did the 5-day water fast a couple of weeks back, and you were the first one. I wasn't intending for other people to do it, but you're like, I'll do it too. And so you went along. So that was really cool. And then Bill did it. A whole bunch of people did it. So
yeah, I appreciate that shout out. That was very, very kind.
Yeah, and I want to make it like a regular thing now. I felt so good after doing that. I was talking to Jeff DeProsperous the other day, and I'm like, I think like once a month I'm going to try to do maybe like a 4 or 5 day and just do it every single month and try to get it going more regularly. So
take your potassium though.
Right.
That got me.
Coach JT.
What's up?
This is going to be good. Next 2 months. Let's go.
I'm trying to finish up some of the books I've started reading. I'm what you call a slow reader. I like to take it sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph until I understand what I'm reading. So I'm a slow reader. I'd like to finish up my books, and then I want to start building some muscle. So I actually want to start putting on some weight. I want to go from 165 to maybe 215 muscle. That would be awesome. Put on that 50 pounds like Sammy Sosa, you know?
Listen, hey, I got a program. Listen, I got some videos for that. The Edo program. If you want to, if you want to put the weight on, that's my old program, Edo. So
I
want that Sammy Sosa weight, man.
Not joking. You got to try the egg thing. Even if you can't get 36 down, those eggs, there's something going on with them. My shoulders filled out. My arms just got huge. This is not fat for the first time ever.
My boy, dude.
Yeah, everything just solided up. I don't know what it was, but that was the eggs. I'm telling you, it was crazy. I haven't lifted a single weight, and all the muscle.
How did you eat the eggs? How did you cook them?
I tried everything. So at first I thought I was just going to do scrambled because that's how I used to like them. But after just like 3 days, that was too much bulk. So then I was doing them over easy. But then that was getting to be a problem because the egg whites were making me feel like I was going to puke if I ate another egg white. So that was getting rough. So then I started just mixing them up and drinking them raw, 12 at a time. And that was a little bit rough. But then I was like, man, it's the egg whites that I'm not liking. So then I started taking 20 egg yolks and mixing those raw, and those were actually easy to drink, or putting them over a hamburger sometimes. That was pretty easy. And then just the other day, Lindy sent me one of Bella's recipes for a meatball and egg drop soup. And that was one of the easiest ways I found to do that, was just make a little bit of broth out of ground beef and then put 12 eggs in there with some boiling water. And that went down really good. I really enjoyed that. It was right at the end of my 5 weeks, but that was the easiest way I found to take them down. So.
Yeah, that was dedication to drink it. Oh my God.
JT, did you get your ankle monitor off in the next 2 months, brother? Don't you have that coming up?
Goals.
I'm all good on that, man. That was maybe my old life, but
you're so funny. Hey, Kerry, I would like to make an announcement because you did say this, and I think I left it for Robin, but then she is gone. Starting Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, It's a panel of 5, and we are calling this show Meaty Monday, with the Fierce Felines, F-E lion, like the female version of the male. And so a play on words with that. I have Laura, who's a nurse. I don't know if you guys know Rebecca from Carnivore Family. She has 8 children, her and her husband, and it's the whole house is carnivore, from the 2-year-old up to the 16-year-old. So she'll be on there. Robin will be on there, and so will Rhonda. And so it'll be the 5 of us that we are starting this live show Monday. So at 7 p.m. our time. So yeah, we are excited about it. Laura, she's been a nurse for like 19 years, and she was keto before, but she's Lion now. And she comes on. She's like the survival girl. I didn't know you can can meat. So I know you can can vegetables, the canning process, and I know you can like can the tomatoes and all of that. And I said, well, I don't eat those things. And so I reached out to her, and she said, yeah, you can can meat. So she actually cans steak, chicken, different things like that. And she said, gee, this lasts for years. And I'm like, really? With no preservatives in it? Oh my God. Yeah, so she does. Yeah, she does that. She says she's done some butter, and like 8, 9 years later, she still has it, and it is still fresh. So she threw me off with that one. And then to watch Rebecca with her children all the way down to 2 years old, and they're all carnivore. She talks about it was like a 9-month process where she didn't replace the food, and then it was pretty much like whole foods, and then slowly, and before now, the whole house, everybody is meat.
Wow,
it's great.
Yeah, I've watched
Yeah,
your
so-
channel before. Really cool family for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
here's a
that was
question for
one of the big
Todd that I
things.
missed earlier. Todd, what do you do for your gallbladder?
So all I did, and I don't have a great understanding of what it did. I just took Dr. Berg's gallbladder formula. And then I'm recently working with a guy because I'm gonna go kind of through it again, but that's got some different gallbladder products that are supposed to help clean out your gallbladder. Because basically they say if you're not you get gallstones, right, that plug up your bile ducts, and you're supposed to do some things to move these. I never saw that I moved any gallstones, but I did start taking ox bile and bile salts, which helps supplement the bile in your stomach that your gallbladder's not putting out. And then over time, I just noticed it got better and better. However, I think one of the things was I think I was blaming that on my gallbladder, but I don't think it was as much that as it was the Copenhagen, as I'm finding out. Because I'm finding out the Copenhagen that I was chewing was screwing up my gut bacteria as much as anything, which I've just found that out in the last 10 days because my digestion's been better without taking the vinegar. And for the first time, the vinegar cravings are going away. And Raymond at Steak and Butter Gang, first thing he said when he found out I chew, he's like, you know, that destroys your gut bacteria.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I did not. So
those plants are trying to kill you, man.
I think so.
But say again, what was the gallbladder? You said something.
Dr. Berg's gallbladder formula.
No, not that.
And
It
then
was
ox bile and bile salts.
Where'd you get that from?
Dr. Berg as well. I knew about them because my mom was an AFib, and I was looking for an answer for her. She'd been an AFib for 74 days, I think, in a row. And the doctors actually scheduled her for to get a defibrillator and a pacemaker put in her heart, and they weren't sure she's going to survive the surgery because she's got some problems. And so I looked up Dr. Berg, and he said that was actually an electrolyte problem and a gut bacteria problem. And he said to use vitamin B nutritional yeast, ox bile, bile salts, B1 complex, and I think vitamin D and K2. Anyhow, I kid you not, we did that routine and put her on. At the time, it was keto. That was when we were doing keto. And in 3 days, she finally went on to AFib, and she hasn't had AFib since. She was taking electrolytes too. I had her on electrolytes.
Awesome.
And in 3 days, she went on to AFib, and she never had a problem with that since. And she had her gallbladder taken out, and so that's why we were doing it for her. And then I just started using them for what I was assuming was my gallbladder, but now just in the last 10 days, I'm thinking, I don't think that was my gallbladder. I think it was the Copenhagen I was chewing, now that I'm seeing how it's working. So
Carrie, I know you don't have a gallbladder. Have you ever tried the
ox biles and bile salts?
the ox biles and stuff?
I haven't. I have never had a problem though, and I've heard that from a lot of people. My wife Jen doesn't have a gallbladder either, but we were looking into the ox bile too. That's usually the go-to if you do have issues. But I've never had an issue, and I know a lot of carnivores that have no gallbladder that don't have issues. But I would recommend the ox bile too. That's what I've heard in the past.
I don't have a gallbladder, and I suffered. Sorry, I don't have a gallbladder either, and I suffered for about 6 months. I had to race to the toilet after eating any fat, but now I'm okay. But I didn't take anything for it at all.
Okay.
I just let my body adapt.
Okay. All right.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Here's another one I missed earlier. Well, actually, let me get this. There's a couple more super chats. Donald Hoover, $5. Hey, JT, if I get that buck, maybe I should make some deer jerky chew so I can quit the Copenhagen like Todd and buy lacrosse.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. Try it out. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm over here by Milwaukee. I'm up in Thiensville.
Thanks, Donald. Appreciate it. Christine Morrison. Been carnivore 32 days, started at 289, weighed 272 this morning. Husband is doing ketovore now. You all are changing lives. Awesome.
Hey.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good job. Let's see. Here's another one from Jill, $5. Question: after going carnivore, did your physicians give you a hard time? Todd gave his physicians a hard time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gave my physician a harder time than he gave me, but yeah, for sure. It's they're just nuts. I mean, it's just nuts. Especially if you've healed something severe and then went and stood in front of them, and they tell you that they're worried about diet, and it's just like, why is it only when I'm getting better that you're worried about diet? When I'm getting sicker, you're never worried about diet. Like, this just doesn't make any sense,
But if you told him you were eating nothing but salad with no dressing, he'd be like, "Oh, that's great.
Yeah, good job." Or if you told him you were taking, a 5-gallon pail of prescription medicine and they're actually working, he'd probably be tickled, but also wonder, they are working,
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. My husband loves to say they are practicing medicine, so they're actually practicing on us. Yeah. I actually recorded my last. I did a teledoc, and she was facing me and that was one of the things that she kept calling me, because I had some blood work and the total cholesterol, and I'm like, okay, but I'm still not taking your medicine. Did you not hear what I said? And so, we came to the conclusion that in 4 months, I'll do my blood work again. That's where we left that.
Yeah, last time I went to the doctor, he slapped me on my ass and handed me to my mother.
And with me.
No, I don't go to the doctor very often. I've only been to the doctor maybe a handful of times in my life, but I have a lot of friends, especially since I started my keto evangelism. A lot of friends have told me about their doctors giving them a hard time about, their diet and it's going to kill them and all that. And that's why I didn't do it for so many years. I knew about Atkins, and that kind of stuff 20 years ago, but I didn't pay any attention to it. I thought it was quackery. And, I had to answer 20 years ago and didn't realize it. So, again, it's a business. It's not good for business. If they can't get those co-pays and those blood tests and all that medication, they need that. They need you for their retirement plan. So healing you, yeah, that doesn't pay. Treating you, that pays and pays very well. And I don't know if you know, so do you know about ownyourlabs.com, Giselle? You don't need a doctor to get your lab work and get your blood work done. You can order whatever blood tests you want, pay for them, walk into LabCorp, give them the form. No doctor needed, because my dad had this problem, and several other people that I've worked with have had this problem where doctors won't do the blood tests they want. You need your C-peptide, your fasting insulin, other tests, and the doctor's like, you don't need that. Why do you want that? I'm not doing that. Oh, I see the Common Sense Labs, Dr. Barry. Shout out to my man, Dr. Barry. I just saw him earlier this month. But so yeah, if you ever have a problem with your doctors or your labs out there, folks, ownyourlabs.com. I did an interview with the owner of that site several months ago, and you can do your own blood work without a doctor.
That's some excellent information. I've been seeing my doctor, I think about 15 years now, and I'm the one, and that's why you have to do your own research and education. I'm the one years ago that said, how's my vitamin D? I'm the one, and even in that last teledoc, I did go to Dr. Berry's site and see the different blood work that we should, and then so these were the ones that I was asking, and she said, we'll put it on the when you come back in, we'll add that. We'll add that. So
well, that's good that your doctor.
I'm really glad that you just said that.
Do you have a ketogenic friendly doctor, or you have a standard American doctor?
I've seen her do some things because I've seen her weight, and I know she did the intermittent fasting. I don't believe that she knows to lay off carbs, but as for really pushing that, her big thing that we talked about had to do with my cholesterol, and I told her I'll be a case study for you.
Yeah.
That you can see what it is that I'm eating. I can document it, and we can go from there where you can possibly see that, wait a minute, she's on to something. But look at what I'm on to. I'm on to cutting your funds.
Yeah. I mean,
so
it's just,
so she might get the information, but here I'll just say, yeah, we know the secret to the fountain of youth. But those carbs and the sugar, and I tell people all the time, especially stuff that's in a box, baby, a chef didn't make that. A chemist did. And they know now how to just tag into the taste buds, your sensory in your head. And so that's what's in it. And you just have to come down to say, like for me right now, that pain, that shooting down my leg, the restless leg through the night, the walks that I have taken around this house where it's 2:00 in the morning and I'm pacing, I'm through the dining room, come around. I was making the number 8. Then I said, wait, let's make a circle. I'm like creating alphabets because my body would not stop. Leg jumping here and there. No, I don't want that life anymore. I don't, not at all. There's nothing appealing. That's what I said to her. And it's like, as a matter of fact, then I leaned in and said, I saw your husband up there, he was shaking his hand a little bit, but he was eating cupcakes and drinking because she tried to say this was the daughter. Oh, he telling me to be quiet again. Kerry.
Frederick, we gotta get Frederick in here.
Yeah,
it's on the delay, so he's actually hearing it like 10 seconds behind me, so he catching me in the middle of. Well, he was drinking a Hershey milk and the thing, and you wonder why you're shaking. That's the moral of that story. So
all right,
I can't tell no story.
we got a couple more questions. They put 5 Qs. That means they asked and I missed it. So here's one I missed earlier. Justin, I apologize for missing this one. Is charring your steak dangerous? I was told that it is carcinogenic and will cause cancer. No. Next question. No, I don't think it is. In fact, anytime I have a weird question like this, I Google Dr. Barry followed by the question, and there's almost always a video, and there is one for this. So he probably explains it better, but if I summarize that video, Dr. Barry argued that charring a steak is not conclusively proven to be dangerous or cause cancer to humans, and it's probably overstated. But he did a really long kind of deeper dive into it, so I'd suggest maybe watching that video. I don't know if anyone else has any thoughts on that one.
Yeah, if you're charring it with seed oil, a bunch of seed oils, it probably is.
Right? Good point. Yeah, so maybe check out that video, Justin. Here's another one I missed from Olivia. QQQQ, advice from my friend who finds beef disgusting but is interested in carnivore. She's a former vegetarian. I've got a quick one on this. Give it some time. My sister, both of my sisters are carnivore now. My older sister, I went over to her house when we went to film Bill and got some ribeyes, and they were great. And she hardly ate any. And she's like, I just don't, the whole meat. So she's doing a lot of chicken and other stuff. Long story short, she just called me and she's way into carnivore now. And she's like, I finally crave meat and steak. She's like, it took me so long, but it eventually happened for her. And now she can't get enough. So I think it's going to take some time, maybe ease into it. But just know that this isn't an uncommon thing, because I hear this from a lot of other people besides my sister too. So
yeah, don't you just find that taste buds are just like, before carnivore, I thought we were born with like taste buds, like that, you know, that were set. Like, I like this thing, right? But it's so crazy. I don't even know why I was ever thinking that, because clearly there's some sort of relationship between the things that you eat, how your body feels about it, whether it's an endorphin fix or whether it's creating a habit or whether your body's getting something positive out of it. And once you make that relationship and that connection, you start to crave those things, you know? And it's just so funny, because now I'm like, I don't even care if I don't like something when I'm first eating it. I know in a month or two, if it makes me feel good, my body's going to take care of that, and I'm going to end up liking that thing and craving it. You know what I mean? So it's just been kind of funny. I mean, I get it that it's a hard thing that you got to do at first, but it's so weird how we're so stuck on, we think that our taste buds are like this set thing that aren't going to move, and they totally change. It's crazy.
Hey, it's real quick. G just texted me. She said her computer froze, but she's out for the night. She said, let everyone know I appreciate them. So, thanks, G.
Thanks, G. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, chicken is fine. I think that's I did a song on chicken is fine. Remember it next time when you get hungry. Chicken is fine. Cheaper anyway, you'll save some money. Well, steak is sometimes tough. If you had about enough, if there's nothing else to eat, chicken is fine. There you go. Shout out to Black Brown Band.
Love it.
Copyright strike, here we come.
Yep.
No.
All right, so we got those two. Let's see. I missed another one here. Oh, that's cool. Question: anyone have insomnia or trouble falling back to sleep while doing carnivore? I'm back on it 6 days in and feeling energetic. Lost 100 pounds previously on carnivore. Anyone with insomnia?
That's been my longest complaint about carnivore is I do not sleep ever like I used to. Especially when I was doing priming, I was sleeping about 2 hours. I seem to want to sleep twice a day instead of once a day for about 2 hours at a time, and then I'd wake up and it was just wide awake. And I don't know, since the most I've been able to sleep since carnivore is about 5.5 hours. So it's just nuts. I don't know, but I feel like you would think I was an insomniac, but I think that carnivore just gives you energy and you feel better and you just don't need the sleep.
Yeah.
I find the quality of my sleep is so much better. I actually wake up and I jump out of bed, whereas before I used to have to scrape myself out of bed, and just hard getting motivated for the day. But I'll sleep maybe 5 hours, and that keeps me going all day. I feel awesome. So I enjoy having the extra time in my day to do things. I'm much more productive now. So
I sleep great. I'm the same way. And I remember very specifically before carnivore, I didn't dream at all. And I thought that was a problem. I was like, it's so weird that I just don't dream anymore. And I think that's just because I never got into such a deep sleep or a heavy sleep. And now I find myself dreaming all the time and remembering the dreams and like they were vivid. I'm like, wow, it's because I've gotten into that deep sleep. And it was long years. I don't remember dreaming for years. So I know my sleep.
He dreams about drowning in a river of bacon grease. Hey, listen, when I get insomnia and I can't sleep, I just kick on the Homesteadhow channel, knock that out.
Nice.
Right out.
That's what I do. I'll tell you a funny story. I was in I did that. I hit Chafee with that. We were on a thing and somebody asked about insomnia, and Dr. Chafee answered the question, and he came around to me. He looked at me and he kind of rolled his eyes because he knew something silly was going to come out of my mouth. I said, hey, somebody asked a question earlier about not being able to sleep. I said, yeah, listen, if you can't sleep, just put on some Chafee videos, man. It'll knock you right out. Everybody just of it. He just shook his head. He's like, only you. He's like, only you. I'm like, hey, doc, somebody's got to give you the business.
That's awesome.
That's good.
All right. Michael, here we go. Over here, LMAO watching Kerry and Adam with those smirks on their face and not able to look into the camera without laughing. Love to see those texts.
Michael,
you're not going to.
I got to give a shout out to Michael. Michael's our new best friend. Me and Lindy's. He contacted us, but he's been helping us do our YouTube channels and stuff. But he found us through the 700 plus and counting show we do, and
Nice.
he's having an amazing carnivore journey right now. He's about he's like 100 days in, isn't he, Lindy?
I think so, almost. Yeah,
almost 100 days in. But he started at, I think, 722 pounds, and he hadn't left his house in 17 years.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So he's doing the series with you guys. Does he have his own YouTube channel?
He's thinking about it. He's about ready to put one together, but he's a little bit shy, but he's helping us in the background. In fact, he just hopped on with us the last Sunday that we did this and said hi to everybody, but it's truly amazing. I can't wait till he gets out of that house. It's going to be not too long. He's doing amazing.
We love Michael. He's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome, Michael. That's crazy. That's very similar to Bill, around 100 days too. Very similar, but a lot longer. That's crazy.
Yeah,
hurt
my feelings. It hurt my feelings, man. I only got to 550. I couldn't get on the show, man. It just
keep working on it.
I cried myself to sleep over there. I can't.
Todd, could you mention one more time what is the name of the show?
Yeah, so we're calling it 700 plus and counting carnivore diet transformations. We do it every Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which I think that's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Central Time or whatever. So
8 a.m. Monday morning in Melbourne, Australia.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, so everyone go check that out. You could check it out at Todd's channel or Lindy's channel, right? Either.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I was texting with Jen earlier. I'll share this. She was texting me and she was like, you need to answer some questions. And I'm like, okay, the whole panel here, there's 8 of us here. Haven't we been answering questions for like 2 hours now? I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought we were doing that. But I got a couple of comments like, answer the questions. I'm like, we're
more than a couple saying that.
Right. There's a bunch of people in the comments. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the twilight zone here. I'm like, it's precisely what we're doing.
Must not be showing up or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I did see somebody ask the question earlier about whether I like the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals or the Browns, and I'm a Bengals guy. If it's brown, flush it down. That's how we say that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I missed that one.
Yeah. Buckeyes and Bengals here. Buckeyes and Bengals. No Brown. Brown, flush it down.
If I missed another one, put 7 Q's in front of it, then we'll see. There have been a ton. There's like 423 people on here, so there's a bunch of chats coming through. So I apologize if we missed some. But another super sticker, Raffaelli. I think I said that right. $20. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Every penny. Carnivore Diet Doc. Let's see. There's a couple more on here. Oh, here's one I missed earlier. Olivia. Oh, and by the way, for everyone that's on here with me right now, if any of you have to jump off, no hurt feelings. I'm just going through these questions. We've already been on 2 hours, which is crazy. So
no worries.
just feel free. Question: a friend has endometriosis stage 3. She was raised vegetarian, but now eats chicken breast, bacon, and sausages. She's interested in carnivore, but refuses red meat and fatty chicken. Advice for her. I'll take this one real quick. I would watch Dr. Kiltz. He's got some amazing videos in regards to endometriosis and what it can do. And I guess if she has a strong enough why, maybe she'd want to try it a little bit more or take some of his advice on it. But yeah, anyone else got anything for that one?
I'd suggest she try like wild caught sockeye salmon, adding that, and possibly lamb if she doesn't want to do beef.
Nice.
Be a good one to add.
All right. Question for the panel. Are you still losing weight?
Christy's back, Kerry.
Yeah, God, I hope so.
Hey, Christy's back.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hello, Christy.
Hey, Russ.
What's happening? What's happening?
Not much. I had an interview, and then I had a couple slices of picanha, just cave woman style. And then I texted JT, "Hey, can I come back?" And he said, "Let's go."
Nice.
Let's go. We only live once. Let's go.
That's right.
Welcome
the
back.
question is for the panel, are you still losing weight? And my answer is God, I hope so. Yeah, Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus, I hope so. Yeah.
I am not. I'm done. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Good job.
Same here. I'm done.
I think I'm close, but I've fluctuated a little bit this last little while. I've got down to, I think 179 was my lowest, and I went up a few pounds and I've come back down. So it's right, kind of just hovering there. So, but I've got a little more to go.
Definitely not
I'm
done.
still, yeah, I've still got a long way to go. And yeah, I had stalled a little bit. The priming seems to have kicked it off again, and I'm on my way down again, which I'm really happy about. So
that's awesome.
I still have about 70 pounds that I want to lose. And, you know, this month I'm doing a 1 meal a day challenge. So hopefully that'll kickstart things in the right direction. It's already working. So
nice.
Yeah, I want to start putting on some weight. 165 is a little too small for me, so I want to bump that up and put some muscle on.
Just the Texas Roadhouse butter will help you out, JT.
Oh man, I'm telling you,
that'll bump it up.
They'll bump up my bill too, man. They charge like $40 a steak in there.
Yeah. They're not worth it either. That's the problem. Is Carnivore has ruined all steak restaurants for
Well,
me.
they sure didn't reverse sear my T-bone, and I'm just so stuck on that now.
You're spoiled.
I know. I am.
Man, we got to get a flash mob together and just go ruin Golden Corrals from coast to coast. Just take about 50 of us in there and just go right up to the steak where they're like, you better get a truck somewhere on the way because we're here.
Nice. So
I do that when I'm traveling, by the way. Like that's something that when I'm traveling, I look up the Golden Corrals and I go in there and get a to-go box and I'll get 3 or 4 pounds of steak and, take it with me.
Nice. So I'm not losing any more weight. I'm just working on body recomp. So I've gotten really into, like my fitness in the last probably since about September. But yeah, I'm like, my weight does fluctuate up and down a few pounds here or there, but I'm just looking to hopefully put on some muscle.
Well, according to Todd, all you have to do is eat 36 eggs a day for that.
Yeah.
Oh, 36. I think I got 36 in the fridge for tomorrow.
You gotta try it. I'm serious. I'm so dead serious. So if you try that for like a week, you won't believe it. If you can get it down, it's really hard to get it down.
Yeah.
But in a week.
I have a question about that, Todd. I have a question for Todd about that. Now, how long ago did you give up your chew?
Just 10 days ago. I was halfway.
So maybe it was the eggs and the chew. Just saying.
Oh,
maybe,
there was no. I'm not worried about that.
See if you keep the muscle on now that you ain't,
I'm not even kidding though. I think that something with carnivore, I've gotten really good at listening to, eliminating everything out of my diet. So I'm really listening to cues that my body's giving me. And I swear to you, I never planned on quitting chew because I was like, I didn't care. I was fine with it. It wasn't giving me any problems. But something something about carnivore, it was just I didn't like how it was feeling on my teeth anymore, and I was almost craving giving it up. It was a really weird thing, and I was like, I swear that my body's just healing, and it was almost telling me it's time to give that up. I mean, I've been doing that since I was a young teenager, so it was
Good for you,
weird that
buddy.
that popped up when it did. So I almost think your body kind of starts squaring away those little addictive things, and it just starts pushing them out of you. It's kind of weird.
Nice. All right. Here we go. This is a good question here. I like this one. What is your personal most exciting non-scale victory since being on Carnivore? Should we just go
I
around?
bought a car. I now fit behind the wheel of a car. So
Nice.
yeah, that was exciting. So I bought myself a car. That was my treat.
Yeah, mine has to do with the car too. I'm in and out of my car a lot for my job, and now I just get up, straight up out of the car, no problem. Yeah, that and I've lost almost 3 clothing sizes too. So really like that. I'm backing into an old wardrobe, so I'm loving that.
Yeah, for me, it's healing my sleep apnea. Can't beat it.
Yeah. So for me, I didn't know carnivore had like mental health benefits at all. I slid into it just because I didn't want the vegetables anymore. And then within a few weeks of there being pretty much no more carbs on my plate, I had all this anxiety that I just attributed to being an introvert. Yeah, come to find out it was more like social anxiety, and that's gone. As you can see, here I am like talking to all of you.
Wow, yeah.
I'm feeling great and not a bit anxious. So yeah, that's my big one.
Actually, you're talking to a camera, Christy. They're talking to a camera.
Okay, you got me there. Yes, I am.
I'm teasing. I think it's wonderful. I love, I'm just giving you a hard time. It's what I do. But just mobility, I would say, just being able to get around better. I went in the grocery store for the first time in 6 years a couple weeks ago. So that's I'd say just mobility.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Carnivlog too. This guy's got a really amazing channel, and he's his journey's been pretty awesome right now. I'm gonna have to have him on one of these days. But let's see. Definitely getting off the oxygen and breathing. Yeah, just when my thing that just amazes me is that my oxygen saturation when I was 18 was only 88%, and then just got worse my whole life, and now I'm completely off oxygen. As I'm sitting here, it's 96%, and I don't have any breathing problems, any inflammation, any of that reactive airway disease stuff. It's just gone, and that's been one of the biggest freeing things. And probably second to that is the depression and anxiety that's just gone, completely annihilated. Like it was never there. It's incredible.
Yep,
great.
Love that. Love that.
For me, it was healing a traumatic brain injury. So I had a car crash about 6 years ago and lost about 10% of my brain function. Shut up, Russ.
I was waiting for it. Had.
Right.
There it goes.
Slow pitch softball for us.
It got gradually better over time, but since I went carnivore, it's completely healed 100%, and I feel like I've gone beyond that 100%. So, shut up, Russ.
Totally.
Awesome.
I will have you know that I was not going to tell a joke. There you have it.
You can say that now.
Right? Yeah.
No, I don't.
Coming.
I don't lie. I steal, but I don't lie.
Okay. Glad you clarified.
I have two. I have two I got to comment on, because the first one that I was going to say was the energy level. That's what I love. I mean, this morning at the church, we were up there, and I just bounded up the stairs. I mean, I went sprinting up the stairs. For whatever reason, I just have the energy. I love it. But the second one I think is really cool is how many people who have come and just asked me and said, wow, you're looking great. But it's been able to tell people about the journey that I've been on and this lifestyle change. And not just me, my parents and everybody there. They keep telling me every day, oh, here's a new one that we talked to that is interested in starting it. And so it's fun to watch. It really is. spreading the message and seeing other people have success with this. It's just been fun.
And I can also just say one other quick thing for me, and I think I can speak for everybody when I say this, is the best part of changing my life this way is the community. I don't know that anybody would. This may be the only thing that we all agree on, but the community the family is wonderful, and I would have never, found these folks or so many of the other folks that I've met and stuff like that if I hadn't changed. Right. So I don't know if that counts as a non-scale victory, but yeah, it's been really awesome to be part of the community. I just want to thank all of you guys for lowering your standards and letting me in. I appreciate that.
So for me, similar to what you guys said, what Russ said, the community, like all of this is crazy off scale victory. The fact we're doing a carnivore diet documentary, the community. The biggest thing for me, like if I summed it up, would be none of these anymore. The depression and anxiety being completely not just eliminated but reversed on carnivore. It's incredible. Worth the price of admission alone. I've said it many times. If I was still 100 pounds heavier right now, I would take it in a heartbeat for everything else that's changed for sure. So
I had to say, Kerry, when I first saw that, like that bucket of pills and stuff, I thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was just a prop. Like you were just, it's just that's the silly, ness in me. Cause I'm like, oh, that's comedy gold right there. That's genius. I'm like, I love that. It's like, I used to be able to look at carnivore. And then I realized it wasn't. And I'm like, wow. I mean, that is amazing.
Yeah, I did a video with Rena from 5 Minute Body, and she's a really good interviewer, and she emailed me a whole list before, and she's like, what medications were you on? So I'm like, oh, it was quite a bit. And then I started going through it, and I was like, oh my God. And then like most of these I was on at the same time. But then when I did that list with her, there was like many more that I was still on. Like, oh, try this one. It didn't work. Try this one. Most of these were antidepressants and anti-anxiety medicine and medicine to help me sleep and medicine for insomnia that I took for 10 years. And some of it I would try for a while and it didn't work. And then they'd up the dosage. So I'd have some extras at lower dosages and then they would change it. And yeah.
Now, is that all those from the same doctor or are they from different doctors? I was going to say.
That's what irritates me too. No, they're almost all of them are from different doctors. There's some like this is from when I had IBS, acid reflux, stomach issues. This was from a different guy. But one of the things that's in common with all of these is none of those doctors ever asked me anything about what I was eating, nutrition or diet. And literally every single one of these was fixed by my diet. I'm on zero medication. Haven't been on any medication on carnivore. I'm just hit 6 months. Every one of those was nutrition. So it's
yeah. I love that.
My dog. I mean, I just took my dog into the vet because she had to have a cyst removed, and they're like, "What's her diet like?"
Yeah,
first question out of their mouth. Yeah, and I'm like, I should come to my vet for medical advice.
Exactly. Doing this documentary, I've been talking to some smart people that have done documentaries, and one of them said, carnivore aside, if you could get one message across outside of carnivore, what would it be? And that would be it. Like when the majority of things that people go to the doctor for is just nutrition, and the doctors will never tell you that. This thing is embarrassing too. Like in retrospect, it's like, how foolish was that? I just kept going back. Give me more. Give me more. I don't know. I was in the brain fog or whatever, but it's years and years and years. But now in retrospect, it just seems so common sense. Like, yeah, my stomach was hurting because I was eating all sorts of garbage I shouldn't have been eating.
And the human body is so amazing in its ability to A, take abuse, and B, to fix itself. If it can fight if you just give it the ammo, but it's amazing how much you can torture yourself and abuse yourself, and it just keeps on rocking until like, well, someday this moron will figure it out. Until then, we got to keep him alive,
Right. I love it how you say that too, Russ. That's what I felt like. I did a video like 1 month into carnivore where I basically said that. I think my body's just screaming, you moron, you idiot, you finally figured it out. This whole 43 years, this is all you had to do the whole time. You were doing all of this. You just had to put the proper fuel in.
Kerry, they're wondering what CIRS is. A lot of us are starting to suffer from that on the carnivore diet.
Oh, CIRS. What did I say? I texted you earlier. Man. Yeah, so JT was at Texas Roadhouse earlier, and he did he did my thing where you put your hands up in celebration of eating the bite of steak. What did I texted you and I said
carnivore induced
CSIR, carnivore steak induced reaction. It's a serious condition that a lot of people suffer from. It's not something to joke about. That's what I told JT to tell the manager at Texas
I've
Roadhouse.
got a short coming out about that tomorrow of me throwing my hands up, and then the manager came over and she's like, "Is anything wrong?" I'm like, "No."
That's a little bit. Was Anna cool with it?
And she didn't have much to say, you know.
Okay, Jen's getting pretty sick of it at this point.
No, you've done it a lot more than I have. So
yeah,
I'll
like
let
enough already.
I'll let you know when I embarrass her in a couple more restaurants how we're doing.
All right, here's one other one I missed from Debbie Deb. Question: what's the better brand of butter for carnivore?
Kerry's Gold. If you're not eating Kerry's Gold, it's the only butter I ever eat, man, is Kerry's Gold.
Yeah, that's my go-to too.
And
Kerry
no, I
Gold
didn't
butter.
steal anything from Kerry's house when I was there, but I have Kerry's Gold.
Right. Anyone else got any?
I know, folks. You know, listen, we'll get the chat, get them throwing rotten tomatoes at me again. But my favorite brand is whatever brand's on sale.
I buy West Gold. It's from New Zealand. It's a little bit closer to home.
Yeah, I like the Kerry Gold, and then I've got this place where I get this Amish-made roll butter. That's just awesome.
I get that. We have an Amish community, and I like.
Never tried Amish butter yet.
Yeah,
Kerry, have you?
2-pound Amish butter. It's way good.
Yes, we've got some good Amish friends. They had us over for dinner. This was before I was carnivore, and I had venison and butter and homemade bread at that time too. So
I have to stop over there and get some of that butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Here's a question. I don't know the answer to this one. Does anyone know if dermatographism could be an autoimmune issue? Don't know if I said that right. I've never heard that word before. I don't know. Don't know what that is.
I don't know.
I didn't know what it was either. I
one.
saw it in the chat earlier. I didn't know what it was, but I did what I do when I don't know what it is. I looked it up and I said, with the Dr. Barry behind it, and sure enough, he's got a video. It's
nice.
It looks like some type of skin disease, but or skin issue. So I'm sure there is some information about it.
Yeah, I saw derma, so I was thinking skin.
Yeah.
Dr. Barry's the best. I would check that video out. If not, that's probably a good question for one of the doctors doing their live stream Q&As. Okay, here's one from Paul Hill. For the panel, what was the biggest surprise for you eating this way that you didn't expect? As an example, a friend has had her eyesight improve.
For me, it's I don't fart. I don't fart, and I go to the bathroom about twice, maybe 3 times a week. I did a song about that too. It's so amazing on keto. I'm in the bathroom, but I don't have to go. So it really is. I mean, I used to go like every day, sometimes twice a day. Now I go 2 or 3 times a week, and like I said, I don't. No gas.
Yeah, for me, it was just the depression and anxiety going away. I didn't have any clue at the time that was diet related. I thought it was because my life sucked. To be honest with you, I thought it's for being 700 pounds and life sucked. So I thought, I'm just gonna have to lose all this weight so that I don't have depression and anxiety. But within like 2.5 weeks, it was just gone. I was like, and that's why I just keep going. How is this not the first thing that you try?
Yeah.
If you have anxiety, because I mean, it was suicidal, crippling depression, and it was gone in 2.5 weeks. I was like, this is the easiest thing ever. Like,
wow,
how do people don't do that?
Yeah,
that was hilarious, Todd. That's comedy gold right there. I thought I just had depression because my life sucked. How do you?
I was serious. In a more elegant way of saying that, when you listen to Jordan Peterson, he said you could have like a chemical problem or a diet problem, or your situation could be making you have depression because you've dug yourself in a deep hole. So I thought that's where I was,
Yeah.
So I'm in my late 40s, and I used to get cystic acne on my chin. And I haven't had a single breakout, and like the cystic ones, deep and painful. I haven't had a breakout since I started carnivore in June. Not one.
Nice.
So that was surprising. All my carnivore benefits were surprising since I didn't really do it on purpose. But that one was, I think, it's just been awesome to not have to deal with that. So
I've got a weird one. It's not documentable yet, but we're checking it. But I love the sunburn thing. I really haven't sunburned, but okay. Has anybody else noticed? And maybe you're not old enough like me, but my hair is actually getting darker again. It's the craziest thing. And I'm like the top of my head. I had to check with my wife. I'm like, is this for real? Like, I'm not coloring my hair or doing anything. Is it getting darker? It feels like it's getting darker. I've not heard anybody else say that, so I'm not saying that's carnivore related. But
same with me.
It's
same here.
I thought I noticed it, but I didn't say anything to anybody because I'm like,
we got Rick in the house, Kerry.
Right, I'm just seeing things. So it was basically my business partner hadn't seen me in 2 months, and
that Adam, just for men is not carnivore. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I brought it up and said basically, hey, is your hair getting darker? And I was like, well, I guess I'm not dreaming things. So
I didn't say anything until I heard Adam say it once on a show, and I was like, I thought that was just me thinking that. I thought I was crazy, and for whatever reason, I didn't know this was from insulin resistance, but my eyebrows grew back on the corners. They're all falling out on the far corners. And I didn't know that was from insulin resistance. My eyebrows grew back and got thicker.
I thought you just plucked them. I didn't even know.
Hey, Rick, welcome. How's it going, buddy?
My man.
Hey.
Quack,
Can you hear me? Rick? Quack, quack.
Can you hear me okay?
What's
Yes.
going on, buddy?
Oh,
Hey, Rick.
it's been one of those days. My truck decided to die on me, so it's been fun.
did it make it back home? Did your truck make it back home?
my friend pulled it with a chain, so it's back home.
Man, I told you 100 times you can't put duck fat in the gas tank, brother. It doesn't work.
Well, it does run on seed oils.
Hey, they got to be good for something.
That's
Rick,
right.
I saw your setup, but when I saw that, when I saw those 220 terminations sitting out in the free air, you got me a little worried, pal.
As long as nobody else touches it, I'm fine.
Well, I thought that maybe that was a 2-for-1. I thought maybe that's how you were getting your iguanas.
No, I haven't got one there yet.
Nice.
But don't worry, it's got a ground fall breaker anyway.
Okay, then that ain't too bad.
Yeah, it's impossible to get shocked on that.
Well, it depends on if it's a GE ground fall breaker. If it's a GE ground fall breaker, you probably still going to get shot.
It's Cutler Hammer,
that's a good
Eaton
one.
or
Eaton
whatever
makes
that is.
good,
Yeah,
Eaton makes good stuff.
That's what everything is there.
Nice. Well, welcome, Rick. So we had a question. What's the biggest surprise for you eating this way that you didn't expect? I don't know if you'll have one on this, Rick, since you've been going at it for so long.
Right. Yeah, he can't remember. He's been doing it 70 years.
Right? Any improvements?
My biggest surprise is that I haven't got my heart attack yet.
Well, I don't know how.
Rick's got the dark hair too, so there's something going on there.
There you go.
Hey?
Oh, I got plenty of it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Something with it.
man.
You're a beef fat guy, right? You with your hair.
Oh yeah. That or pork, either one. I'll use beef or pork, whatever I have. I like tallow better though.
Nice.
My mother told me my hair would fall out from putting lard and tallow on it, but that didn't happen.
What's better for the heart attack chicken, Rick? Lard or tallow?
Well, tallow is better for everything, but lard is easier to get. But yeah, tallow is always better.
Yep, I agree.
Doing it tomorrow.
Good stuff.
You're gonna make some heart attack chicken?
Yeah, I've already been making it, but I got my parents coming over tomorrow, and we're doing it. I'm doing it special for them. Yep.
It's catching like wildfire, Rick. That heart attack chicken, man.
Yeah.
Everybody likes it.
Oh,
everyone was talking about it earlier, for sure.
Love it, dude.
I got to try it now.
It's amazing. Once you've had it, you won't want chicken any other way.
Mm-hmm.
All these people that line up at Chick-fil-A, if they knew about heart attack chicken, that place would be empty.
Hey, you do a new chain. Let's do it. Heart attack chicken.
Heart attack chicken. and iguana meat.
And iguana meat. Now, what I got to do, I got to make a video on my pacemaker pizza. That one everybody will like.
We got to get the heart attack chicken in though with Bill's Burgers, man. It's a
You're
hot
right,
one.
cookbook, man.
Man, this is, man. You got to start a restaurant called the Widowmaker.
That's a good idea.
Hey, nobody hangs around me for my looks, man. I'm telling you. I got you.
Hey, huge shout out. Thank you to Anna for a generous $100 donation on GoFundMe. Really appreciate it.
Nice.
Really, we've raised a lot of funds. We're so thankful. We have
Let's
enough to keep
go,
going
Anna.
and filming, but we're going to need more to keep it going. So donate.carnivoredietmovie.com if you want to donate. The GoFundMe is the best way we get the most bang for our buck. But we also still have all this other stuff. We still got these going on the website.
Hey, Bill is back. Oh, what's up, Bill?
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
We got the Redmond salt shakers too at carnivoredietmovie.com. Those things have been going crazy.
I used mine at Roadhouse, Kerry.
Oh, nice.
And I made a short of it, and everybody's like, "What's wrong with the salt at the restaurant? Not good enough? That stuff must be like something special." I'm like, "It really is. If you haven't tried Redmond's, it really is special."
Well, and also in table salt now, they'll put sugar in it.
Yeah, I wasn't going
they
to try
put
to
in the
explain
butter.
that to these people on shorts, man.
Right.
Not only that, did you see JT's video on the butter that they have at the Roadkill Grill, Roadhouse Grill, whatever?
It's sugar butter, man. You got to watch
That's
out for
nasty.
it. Carrie put me on that.
I didn't even know that existed. I looked it up on YouTube. They put nasty crap like sugar and honey in there. It's disgusting.
Cinnamon. They put a lot of stuff in
Cinnamon,
there.
oh. Why would they do that to butter?
I told them I just want regular butter, please.
You're filing
All
our
these-
steak or butter. Our steak-
all
our
these
steak
all
or
these
butter.
all these steak places try to stick bread at you. I guess they're trying to fill you up with bread so you won't eat the meat.
Well, so that you'll feel like you were full off of their $60 shittily cooked steak is what it is.
That's the other thing. They can't even cook a decent steak. You go to one of these fancy steak houses, it's dry, it's nasty. I could do better than that on a grill sitting on the ground with some wood.
Right.
I'm telling you, the reverse sear now, I compare everything to that now. I was like, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't reverse seared, you know? My son did get to ride the saddle, though. They brought a cute little saddle, and he sat on it, and everybody went, yeehaw. It was cute.
Rick, we got a couple questions in the chat. What's the recipe for heart attack chicken?
It's the easiest. There's no recipe. That's what I
so
like about
easy.
my cooking technique.
How much
All you
iguana
need-
is in it?
Well, there's no iguana in
Small
the
amounts of
regular
iguana, all right? If we're gonna
Step one,
be
electrocute
totally
an iguana.
honest here, you know?
It's already fried.
Well,
No, it's two ingredients, just tallow and chicken.
That's it. Or lard and chicken, whatever you have. Any animal fat of your choice. Put it
Yeah,
in a
get
pot.
some
heat
chicken with
it
a
up.
lot of skin, right, Rick?
A lot of skin. You don't put anything on it. I don't even put salt. Just drop it in there and let it cook. It's going to taste good no matter what. If you want salt, put it afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you may think, if you put it in the beginning, it may be too much salt. But once you've cooked it, you taste it, add a little salt, it's perfect. Perfect.
Do you deep fry it or?
Yeah,
Deep
right in the
fried in a
tallow.
pot. Yeah, right in a pot. You can see my video. I just take a pot, I put a bunch of tallow or lard in there, heat it up till it's liquid. When it's hot enough, drop the chicken in there, let it cook. And when it's sizzling, it'll float to the top and it's ready to eat. Now it's good.
It's
the
crispy.
best.
It's juicy, man. It's delicious. Really is. I'm telling parents, like, it's a lot cheaper than you go to KFC, man. You're gonna pay, and you're gonna get all that other stuff, and then they want to sell you the sides, and it gets out of hand, man. When you could just go buy a bunch of sale chicken and then fry it up in the beef tallow, and your kids are gonna be like, "Wow, this is amazing," and you saved like a bunch of money.
Yeah, you can get 10 pounds. They got right on now sale. It's 48 cents a pound over at Presidente Supermarket. So you can get like 10
Killing it,
pounds
Rick.
for $4.80. That's good for 2 meals.
Hey Rick, the lard though is a little bit more expensive. So how do you reuse that? You got any tips on
Put
that?
it through a
'Cause
strainer.
I've been
Yeah.
reusing it and put it back in the fridge, but I think that's good for people to know.
Run it through a strainer, though, right, Rick? Clean it
Yeah,
out.
run it through a strainer. I mean, most of the time, any water or stuff will boil out of it. So, what the trick with cooking this chicken, if you're going to do a deep fry, make sure you put some kind of screen or basket in the bottom so your chicken doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, because that can happen. If you got a powerful heater, fire, or whatever, it'll stick to the bottom. So make sure that you put like a mesh. I put a little grate in the bottom, and then it's fine. You can reuse the lard several times. It's just when it starts to get kind of dark and soft, then it's only good for hand cleaner then I stop cooking with it.
Hair cream.
I thought he was going to say it's only good for drinking after that. So yeah,
only good for his hair.
You know, lard can save you money on cooking, and it can save you money on Gojo. There you go.
I got
It's
my
better.
tallow at the local beef farmer, and then I just went to the local butcher shop to pick up some more tallow, and I actually met a local carnivore there, Ellen there. So if you guys are looking for some beef tallow, hit up your local butcher shop, call them up, ask them if they got some tallow.
I used to just get the fat trimmings from the supermarket and then throw them in the crock pot. That's how I make it.
There you go.
Okay.
I've never made mine yet, Rick.
It's extremely easy. All you got to do is cut it in little pieces, throw it in a crock pot, put it on the lowest possible setting, and the fat will start to render out. It's like a liquid. Then all you got to do is just scoop out you get the cracklings. Once it's been in there long enough, you get these crispy little things, and they're actually quite tasty. You know, what's left over after you render the fat, it's crunchy. Oh, it's good. It just, you know, I don't even know how people can eat that garbage they sell in the store. You get like a bag of them crappy chips. They're nothing but cornmeal and potatoes and all kinds of duck food. And they taste bad and they're expensive. They're not cheap. It's like $4 for that little bag.
Well, we've been buying a lot of that chicken, Rick. Thanks to you, that heart attack chicken, man.
There you go. Oh, it's so good. It's addictive. That's the only bad thing. Once you've had it, you want to have it every day. It gets to be a problem.
It is good though. It is.
It's amazing, and it smells good. And that sizzle, that sizzle. When you're cooking it, it's just you get. See, I get impatient when I'm cooking heart attack chicken and it's sizzling. I want to eat it, so I'll take it out. It's not cooked yet. I'm like, I'll have to eat a piece even when it's not cooked, just to get my taste going. And then as it cooks, the problem is I eat. You know, it's a 10-pound bag. I'll eat like 5 pounds in one meal.
Wow.
And I've eaten a whole bag one time. That was a big mistake, but it was so good. I mean, a whole bag of chicken. My friend was like, "There's no way you can eat 10 pounds of chicken." I said, "Oh yeah, you watch me.
Hide your chickens, folks. Hide your chickens.
Yeah, that's right.
And your iguanas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to make a video on heart attack iguana. It's really good. If you fry it with the skin on it, the skin is actually somewhat crunchy. So, you know, and it grosses people out when you're chewing on iguana legs or an iguana tail.
It's grossing me out just talking about
You're
it.
kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Trust me.
I'm add that to the list of things brothers don't do.
All right, we got another question from Shelly. Is there any meat or dairy I can't have, and what about seasonings?
Yeah, you can't have skim milk. Highly advise against skim milk. Just stick with heavy cream or butter. And meat, you know, everything from chicken to iguana.
Some seasonings will have carbs in them, like taco seasoning. So you just have to keep an eye on the back of the packaging. But if you're going to have 3 carbs from taco seasoning and you're still going to lose weight, I don't think it's the end of the world. But you do you.
Sugar's
That's the other thing I forgot about. I forgot about my heart attack tacos. I got to make that too.
Rick, you're making me hungry, man.
Listen, man, I gotta. Why is everything heart attack? What about the people out here that want to have strokes? Okay,
well,
that has another indentation.
That's a pretty good idea, but the problem is that my parents always told me, "You're going to get a heart attack. You're going to get a heart attack. You're going to get a heart attack." So I'm thinking, no, I called everything heart attack. Heart attack chicken, heart attack burger, heart attack, you know, anything. As long as it's cooked in lard or tallow, you're going to get a heart attack. So, you know,
and he's still trying, folks. Rick,
I'm still trying.
You know, the guy in the corner is Rick. They're asking who's the guy in the corner. It's Rick.
You know, I'll give you an example. I must have walked like 7 or 8 miles today. I had to walk home with my groceries because my truck broke down in Winn-Dixie when I was getting meat on sale. They marked the ground meat down to $1.99 a pound. And you know me, I went in the store. Every time I drive by the Winn-Dixie, I go inside to see when there's a sale.
You loaded up the truck too much, man. It overheated.
Let's just say I bought $65 worth of ground meat. So I don't know how much meat that is. Plus, I had also gone to Aldi to get some cheese and a bunch of eggs because my ducks are being stingy with me. So I bought like 6 dozen eggs. That's good for, 10 days or 11 days or whatever. So I had all this food in my truck, and the stupid thing wouldn't start. And I'm trying to call a friend of mine to tow me home. He wasn't answering the phone. So I said, man, I don't want my food to go bad. I just bought this food. So you know what I did? I put it in a box and I started carrying it home. And it's 3 miles. My house is 3 miles from the store. About maybe half a mile in, I found an abandoned shopping cart with no name on it. So I go, I'll put it in the shopping cart. I pushed the shopping cart the 2.5 miles home, down, up the bridge, back and forth. And,
no.
You know, yeah.
And you didn't video any of it?
Man, you can't make this stuff up.
No. No.
Aldi's, they make you return the cart to get you 25 cents back.
Yeah, they do. You got to put a quarter in that thing.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know what store it is. There's no name on it. It's just a shopping cart. The handle's all worn out. It's probably from the Presidente supermarket because that's the nearest one there. But and then I went home. It's like, well, I got to go back there and try to fix my truck. So I went over there. I went through my junk pile. I had a bicycle somebody gave me. I fixed it, rode the bike over there, got the 2 batteries out of my truck, put one on each handlebar, rode home with those batteries. That was, it took some pedaling, and when going up that bridge, they got that one bridge you got to go up. Going down is easy. And then that's when you're holding on the handlebar thinking, okay. So, and then I got home and I forgot the keys to my truck because I left them in the steering column because I was pushing the truck into the space. So it's like, okay, I got to go back to the store again with the bicycle, and then came back home. Then it's like, I went back and forth and back and forth. And I don't do any exercise. I do no workouts. And yet I wasn't tired. It's like, well, how can that be? And it's hot down here. It's like 85 degrees, it's just hot. I'm sweating, but I felt fine. I'm thinking, okay. Then the first thing I did when I settled down, I said, all right, what am I going to eat? And I go in there, and the first thing I do is make a heart attack burger. It's like 4 patties. I ate a heart attack and no heart attack. So all that physical activity and no heart attack. So,
how do we make the heart attack tacos, Rick? People are asking.
Heart attack tacos are like heart attack pizza, like the pacemaker pizza. Basically what it is, it's chicken. You get white meat chicken and you grind it up, put it in a blender, and you put some eggs, duck eggs preferably, but you could use chicken eggs, and you mix it up, and then you're going to fry it. So like everything else on the heart attack diet, it has to be deep fried. So when you make your taco shells, you're gonna flatten them out, and then you're gonna fold it up, and you're gonna fry them in the lard or tallow until they're nice and crisp. And then you can put in your ground meat, and you can put in whatever iguana or any kind of meat you want. I'd usually put beef, so there's no iguana in a heart attack taco. And then you put some shredded cheese on top, and that's it. Best taco you've ever had, and they don't break like those corn tacos that people buy from the store. They get crushed. This thing is much more durable. It's like a superior taco, and the flavor, it's like another level.
I'm gonna try that, man. I'm gonna try the Rick's heart attack tacos.
Heart attack taco.
I love that. Hey, one thing about the seasonings too, a lot of seasonings have MSG, monosodium glutamate. You definitely don't want that. It's you can Google it and find out all the bad effects of it. But yeah, when you look at seasonings, a lot of them have MSG. So you want to stay away from, and seed oils. A lot of them have seed oils too.
Why would you even use a seasoning?
Well, there are mere. Listen, everybody's not a superhero from the planet Carnivore. Okay, so there are mere mortals out here. There are mere mortals out here, Rick. You just got back from outer space. We're on a stream with you. You're in outer space. Not everybody's on the space shuttle and living the heart attack life. Just have a little mercy and patience for the earthlings there, brother.
I thought I fixed my amplifier. I thought I got rid of that horrible sound.
It sounds good today.
You sound great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
JT sounded a little spacey today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you sound great, Rick, because man, we had a good time.
Well, I had 4 bad capacitors in my mixer, so I changed them, and that was it. I fixed it. It was a total of like $1 worth of parts.
Vegetarian capacitors. I know you had to get you some Carnivore capacitors.
Yep. In the heat and humidity we have, they go bad. They actually start to shed, and then they corrode. But I changed them. It was cheap and easy. I had no idea it was that bad until you told me. I'm like, okay, I got to fix this. This is ridiculous. Is that the iguana microphone? This is the same microphone, by the way.
No, you sound crystal clear, man. You sound good. You sound good, and you look even better, brother.
Well, thank you, and so do you.
Oh,
all right. Here's a question: on the journey, any solution to bad dandruff?
Carnivore diet.
Yeah, wash your hair.
What's dandruff?
That don't work. Carnivore diet all the way.
I've never had dandruff.
I'd say if carnivore's not working for you, then narrow it down further. Maybe try lion diet for 30 or 60 days. Eliminate everything else, and your dandruff should go away.
Put some whipped beef tallow on that scalp.
And yeah,
There you go.
Bacon grease on that thing. Yeah.
You'll never get lice and you'll never get dandruff.
I think Lily Kane has a video. She I think eggs was causing her dandruff. So that may be something to look into, Lily Kane. Check out her videos.
What about you, man? All those eggs, any dandruff problem?
No, but I don't have hair to have dandruff with. So I don't think I'm a qualified person there.
I've heard the whites too can do it. The egg whites.
Yeah.
I was going to say that what you don't want to use bacon grease as lotion or anything like that if you're scared of dogs. Don't do it. Don't ask me how I know.
I actually tried some homemade tallow lotion on my hands, and the cats absolutely loved it. So I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Watch out for the iguana eggs.
Uh-oh.
Hey, our friend Ellie, Nourishment Redacted. I'm passionate about feeding children more meat, less junk. What things do we have to do as a society to try and help the future generation not be addicted, fat, and sick?
Yeah.
Just keep speaking up as a parent.
Your kids, but
yeah. Vote for. Hey, listen, we can start a carnivore school board. Drive there locally. There, get a bunch of carnivores on the school board, and you can change the school diet.
She's not lying. That's what Halloween was a struggle for me this year. I didn't want to give out candy, and I didn't. But it was one of those that I walked around with all the kids, and just in my head I was like, man, this is horrible what we're doing. Look at what we're doing to our kids. But so it's a good point. It's a tough one. My daughter wanted to go trick or treating, and we let her go trick or treating and let her have the choice of what she wanted to do with it at the end. But it's and thankfully she's learned enough now. She doesn't want to eat all that, but it's a struggle. It's what our society goes to. Anytime there's a treat, anytime there's a reward, go get some ice cream.
Yeah, they ain't giving out ribeyes at the door, man. If they were, I'd have my bag out.
I'm going to do beef jerky. I didn't do it.
Chicken. I have a heart attack chicken.
Heart attack chicken. Drop it in the bag, Rick. Hey, you bought enough of it. You got $60 worth, man. You can hit every kid that comes there, man.
You get a bucket. Instead of, they already got a bucket. It's just orange with pumpkin head shape. That's a bucket. It's like a chicken bucket. Just put the chicken in there. Tongs, here you go. Boom, boom. Chicken.
Whatever you do, don't offer a kid a meat stick. Don't do that. Don't do that. don't do that. Don't ask me how I know.
What is this, Hickory Farms?
Christy's a teacher. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I am a teacher, and I teach 2 classes of students because I team up with another teacher. So I have 60. So I don't know, Ellie, that I can affect like all of society, but I can affect the 60 that are looking at me every day. And, they know how I eat. So I've told them. In fact, we're learning about the food chain right now. And, but anyway, so they know that. And they've also seen my increase in energy. I challenged them to a race after I did my 30-day sprint challenge. They knew I was sprinting every morning, and they would check in with me like, how you doing today? And did you sprint today? And then I challenged them to a race at the end of that 30-day sprint challenge. And we had a great time. So, they see me doing things like that I never would have done before, and they know how I eat. I can't straight up, if I just straight up told them like meat is good for you, because I do work for the school district, I could probably get in trouble. But I do try to lead by example. And my teacher across the hall that I team with, she's heavy meat keto. So she's not carnivore, but she's really is a meat-based eater. She's lost over 60 pounds. So the kids see that too, right? So, we just try to be good examples. And I think you just have to do that where you're planted. Like where you're planted, just be the example to everyone else.
Yeah, shine your light.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
One thing I've always thought was interesting. It's just a goofy mind of mine. It's like, I've never known a little kid I hear feedback or something. I don't know, but I never seen a little kid that didn't like meat. But it's hard to get kids to eat vegetables. I mean, when they're little, they're like 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? It's like you throw them a chicken wing, man, and they will tear that thing up. You know. But you try to get them to eat peas or carrots or something, and they're like, I spit it out. It's like it's interesting, even from just that young age. And I don't think it's just about taste per se, because I mean, chicken wings aren't salty; they're not sweet. But I find it very interesting that even from a little kids, they don't have a problem with any kind of meat, but they do not like any kind of vegetable.
Yep. You got a good point there, Russ. I think the majority of the issue with kids is probably the sugar, the candy, and snacks and stuff.
And they're feeding it to them straight out of the cafeteria, and it's not just lunch, it's breakfast too. So when they serve these kids breakfast, I'm not kidding. This is not a joke, Russ. A Pop-Tart, that's their breakfast.
Sure. I'm joking.
And then the next day it's a Lucky Charms, and then the next day it's a honey bun.
Ew.
And then they come to my class and they have to try to learn some math from me. So we both struggle. I struggle and they struggle.
Yeah. Here's another question. Cranky Carnivore Cutler, best advice for starting a YouTube channel?
Just start.
Yeah, jump in and do it with both feet. You won't know what you're doing. Your first videos will be horrible, most likely, but just do it.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself there, Kerry. Speak for yourself. Christy, I said Kerry. Christy, get a microphone that works well. How about that, Rick? Tell him.
Make sure your mixer doesn't have bad capacitors in it.
That too. Hey, the other thing is what's cool about it is this community. Again, anybody we've talked to and reached out to, I mean, look at what's going on. There's a lot of us new streamers on here, a lot of YouTubers, and look at what we're doing. I mean, it's fun. Everybody's been amazing to jump in, help out, answer questions, and figure it out together.
Yep.
Be yourself. Sing your song, your voice, your style, your way. Don't worry about anybody else, what anybody else is doing. If God wanted us all to sound like Dr. Barry, we'd all be country falling off the back of tractors. I mean, just do your thing, your way. What is that?
That's the Dr. Barry finger.
You said Dr. Barry.
Have you watched one of his videos, Russ?
No, as a matter of fact, I have no idea who he is. But
one other tip, someone left this comment. Adam, myself, and Rod, we did a video a while back with some YouTube suggestions and ideas and how to do thumbnails and all that stuff. So that might help you out as well. But
yes, Kerry, thank you, because that helped me out. I think I watched that the day or two before I started my channel because you inspired me to start mine. So
that's cool.
Very helpful.
Awesome.
I can attest.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Yeah. I always tell people just don't overcomplicate it. So many people too are like, I got to go buy a camera, got to do this. Like your phone. Start with your phone. Keep it simple, especially on Carnivore. People want to hear your story. You don't have to have a big, elaborate production necessarily.
And your phone is the best camera you'll ever have, probably, for most people. I mean, it's, I've bought cameras myself. My phone is way better than any camera I ever bought.
Absolutely. Hey, we got to wrap this up. This is crazy. We're almost at 3 hours. I got maybe one more question here from Olivia.
I thought we were doing a 24-hour stream.
I was just saying that to Adam. Adam, wake up. Adam and I are having JT flashbacks.
Yeah, I was wondering earlier. I was like, we got to check on Adam just to make sure he's all right. I swear, I still say he could put a cardboard cut up, man.
Not
and then go use the bathroom.
He's never all right.
Could you guys imagine another 21 hours? 21 more.
No.
Actually, I think it was 23.
I know how that was.
I have less padding on my ass than I did for the live stream, so it's going to be tough, man, if you did want to do another one.
That's why you use a couch.
Yeah.
There
you go. But you can't, but that's the problem though. You can't do another 20. That's already been done.
Right.
You got to go 36. You got to go at least 25.
Right. Well, we did 27 last time.
Yeah.
We did 27. So we got to do at least 30. All right. Should we do it? You guys hanging around with me? Let's go.
48 hours if you guys are in.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
All right, well, then we'll take this question here from Olivia. How do you handle being surrounded by sweets, chocolates, cakes, fruits, donuts, etc. in the workplace while in early days of Carnivore? It can be frustrating.
I can start that one. Start your own business. That's what I do. Ain't nothing around me.
Right. This might be kind of cynical, but you could look around and judge people. I don't know if that's probably bad, but seriously, we had this kind of goes back to the last question about children. I think being honest with your kids too, and just telling them. We had a bunch of family over a couple of weeks ago for the weekend, and they were just eating all of the sweets, chocolates, cakes, fruits, donuts the entire weekend. And I took Emma aside, and I'm like, I'm not judging them, but look, like they were all sick. A couple of them had cancer, sadly, heart disease.
Heart disease.
A guy that was my age in his 40s, a cousin of mine, had a heart attack. And like everyone was aches and pains and ailments and issues. And I just said to Emma, I'm like, there's a reason for that. They're all inflamed. They're eating highly inflammatory food. That's what's going to happen if you keep kind of doing that. So I try not to be a jerk about it, but like looking around in the grocery store, looking around everywhere, you can kind of see a lot of people are unhealthy, and something you can think about when you're surrounded by those things.
I'll go ahead and speak so people can get their tomatoes and get their rotten tomatoes and throw them at me. I have a little different philosophy than many, but this is just one crazy lunatic in Jacksonville, Florida's opinion on this thing. Strength takes time to build. Okay, you're not going to be strong. I don't care what it is. If you haven't worked out your whole life and you go into, you're not going to be strong. Okay, it takes time to build strength over time. I would say, do your best, work to steadily improve. You're a human being. You're not a machine. You're not a robot. Okay, don't beat yourself up. Pick yourself up, and then build and grow. So don't feel like you're a failure because you have a donut, or feel like you're a loser because you had something. Do the best you can, work to get better, and work to build your strength over time. And in time, you'll be lifting every weight in the gym. That's my philosophy.
Rick's got the duck head. Awesome. Hey, we got.
Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad? I don't know what that means, Rick. Is that good or bad? Is that a thumbs up or thumbs down?
You just cursed you. You're cursed now.
Hey, my solution to all the duck food is simple. Every time they have the fruit, the donuts, and all the other crap, just give them the duck. That's it. Look at JT. See, look at that. He's giving him the duck.
Yeah, duck you. That's what I tell. Duck you.
Yeah, we don't give a duck over here.
That's it. Just when you see that crap, just duck it. That's all.
Yeah.
One hope for all, Sandra. Thank you so much. $20 for Healing Humanity. The name we finally came up with for the documentary. Really appreciate it, Sandra. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Awesome. Hey, huge shout out to all you guys. Hey, we should go around real quick. Everyone's got to check out these YouTubers: Adam at Carnivore Today, Russ, Homesick Buckeye, Ashley, Rhett, Carnivore Brothers, Todd, Carnivore Cure, Rick, Charger Mopar, the original, Christy, Meeting Wellness, JT, Coach, Poco Moonshine Family, Who's Your Carnivore, Brett, and the legendary Lindy at Limitless Lindy.
She knows no limits, folks.
Knows no limits. You guys are all great. Thank you guys so much. This has been a lot of fun. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Carnivore community is amazing.
Yes.
Rock and roll. Love you.
Thank you guys.
You all are.
See you next week.
You guys.
Thanks for having us.
See you guys next week.
Yep. See you guys.
Chicago.
Have a good night.
Let's go.
All right. Bye, everyone. Appreciate all the super chats too. Thank you.
Bye.